Push
And
the
we're live,
button.
pal. Oh my God. How many buttons do we need to push tonight, Kevin? I'm not used to this.
A lot of buttons.
Lots of buttons. Lots and lots and lots of buttons.
And chances are we'll be pushing a lot more.
Well, of course, we got two guests tonight. Wildkat Sports' own J Spade, as well as the owner, founder, and grand poobah of Wildkat Sports, Mr. Luke Hawx.
And major motion picture star.
Dude, I can't believe how much Wildkat Sports is in like major media right now. It's insane, dude. It's insane.
It's an incredible promotion, and we've been lucky enough to be friends with them for such a long time. And to have Luke back on, longtime friend of the show, I can't wait to talk to him about what's coming up on next weekend and his great event that's happening. And Trevor Murdoch we had on last week, so it's tremendous, and Ryan Davidson as well. So this is going to be a fun time to continue, I guess, Wildcat month here on the Shining Wizards.
And of course, it all culminates with their big show this weekend. Whoa! But we will get into all that. Plus, we've got tons of news to cover with Mr. McMahon and all the scandals going on in WWE. And Kevin, can you beat that championship? Defended tonight, Mr. Kevin Rogue takes on the one and only Christian Rocco. I'm feeling good about this one. I like this.
We're going to see a new champion tonight.
I don't know about that one, but it should be an interesting event. What do we say? All this and more coming up next on the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast.
Boom.
The following is a presentation of the Shining Wizards Network, broadcasting live on rantiumradio.com and available on all podcast platforms and at shiningwizards.com. Follow us on social media at Wizards Podcast. Check out our merchandise at merch.shiningwizards.com. Do your Amazon shopping at amazon.shiningwizards.com and become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/wizardspodcast. As always, we thank you for your continued support. And now, enjoy the show.
What's up? This is Southern Stomper, Luke Hawx, huge effing arms, Wildkat Sports, and you're listening to Shining Wizards Podcast.
Rolling in my two-man army.
What's up, fuckers?
Where did cheese go?
It's a stupid fucking question, Kevin.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Whoa!
Hey, this is Moose.
God, that was disgusting. Shining Wizards rule the world.
You are tuned in live to episode 590 of the two-man army version of the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. We are live on the rant, rantiumradio.com. We're live in video format on all the social medias, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And we go along with you wherever you go because we are on all major streaming platforms and podcasting places. But enough of all the BS and the nonsense. It's time for the wrestling talk.
And the talk about the wrestling.
I'm Tony.
You sure are. And I am KJG.
Dude, I love it. The two-man army is Bizak.
Oh, yeah. No rules tonight, baby.
No, we got a stacked show tonight, too. We've got Wildkat Sports' own J Spade. We got the Grand Poobah, Mr. Luke Hawx. We got a Can You Beat That Championship match coming up later in the show.
Woo. And Tony, it's a great thing that nothing else newsworthy happened in wrestling this week.
What, did somebody retire and leave their boots in the ring?
Craig Steele did, maybe.
Oh, did he?
No, he just made a joke about it. But yeah. So nothing else newsworthy happened in wrestling. We're just gonna talk to our good friends at Wildkat Sports and play a great, challenging wrestling trivia game. This is why you tune in to the Wizards, baby.
Well, in fairness, we're not going to play the game. We're going to watch two other assholes kill each other and try to take over supremacy.
Yeah.
2
Well,
points,
I mean, we're the facilitators, so we're all playing the game, baby.
I feel like we should get that trending, like hashtag 2 points, because that's all you need to win.
You remember that show at midnight? It was
That sounds familiar.
It was on Comedy Central, and like they would read funny tweets, and they would say like points, or like they would like make like a funny caption about something, and it'd be points, 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 points. And I would always tweet at midnight, and you would get, if they read your tweet, it would be points. Shining Wizards Kevin.
I do not recall this. But
You know who hosted it? The host of Singled Out, Chris Hartnett. Dave Hartnett, Chris Hartnett.
Dude, I don't know what you're talking about. But
you don't know Singled Out?
No, Singled Out. I know this tweets points thing.
It was called At Midnight. It lasted for like 2 years. They canceled it, and I don't know. This is kind of like a chicken and the egg scenario. I don't know if they canceled it because Chris got into some dicey situations. Chris Hardwick. Thank you, David Bauer. I don't know if it was canceled because Chris Hardwick got in some dicey situations, or if it was canceled and then Chris Hardwick he was kind of like cancel like sexual stuff. So like
cancel sexual.
That's right. That's a new gender. He was a cancel sexual.
Cancel sexual.
No, but so it was a great show, way ahead of its time. And
sorry, we got a candidate. We got a candidate early on for title of the episode.
Cancel sexual.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
Heat, brother.
Dude, that's what I meant to tell you last week. You didn't answer heat for the crossword puzzle. You answered beef. That's
what two wrestlers would have with each other,
and you were
backstage. Like, I was like, beef,
just like Matt, Gary Juster, and I'm like, no.
What was the clue for the Gary Juster?
It was I forgot. Maybe look in the mirror guy. It was Gary.
Oh yeah. Yes, it was the Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful.
The answer was Gary Spivey and dumbass.
And Matt with the utmost confidence.
Oh, fuck yeah,
Gary Juster,
dude,
who's like a lawyer.
He definitely had more confidence in that than you did when you said Ric Flair. It was like over the top. Gary Juster.
Yeah, but the Ric Flair, and that was a "Can you beat that" moment.
Yep.
Which we will be playing today with Christian Rocco and the reigning champion, paper champion, JJ Rogue.
Oof.
So the question was, for those who are listening to this show for the first time, was who won their first world championship at WrestleMania? And I immediately went Ric Flair, even though his first championship was not at WrestleMania. It was
the Royal Rumble.
The Rumble, winning the Rumble. It was against the Rumble. Well, essentially, it was against the Rumble. Which I watched again last night, by the way.
Really?
I watch Royal Rumble 92 every day.
I was what did I watch? There was something that I watched on Peacock. It was old school, but it had nothing to do with the superstars though. Although we do need to discuss backstage, because I'm all in. Like when we did our Wizards Rewind a few weeks ago, where Strikeforce defeated the Hart Foundation on Superstars of Wrestling.
Great rewind, by the way.
So I do agree that we need to delve back into superstars. I just need to decide like where we're gonna go. Are we gonna go?
I think we need to just delve back into the past in general.
Yeah, and I'm
like, it's like, who wants to hear us talk about, what we think about SmackDown, or what we think about, like everyone's got an opinion on it, and there are people that are smarter than us that have opinions that do. So,
well, I mean, there's not real. I mean, I don't know if that bubble is really big as who's smarter than us, to be honest.
That's a great point. We're very intelligent.
We are. I mean, we come across as dumbasses, and we may not know what the answers to all the questions, but I think we're smarter than the average Bears. What do you think?
I think so too. I think Matt falls into that bracket as well. The three of us, I think, collectively have formulated opinions about what we think about the product, and don't just give half thoughts. Sometimes I am guilty of giving half thoughts without thinking something through all the way.
But that's the beauty of the three of us, because then somebody else will pick up that slack, and then you'll be like, oh, okay, maybe it wasn't such a great thing. Or sometimes we just get into arguments and that's it. We agree to disagree.
No, I agree. I agree 100%. And I feel like Matt is probably, and he's not here. I'm not just blowing smoke because he's not here.
Matt's not here? Wait.
If anything, I would do the opposite because he's not here. But Matt seems to be the most logically like thought out, reasonable thinking one when it comes to wrestling opinions. And that's weird for me to say because he's a nut job.
He is. I mean, he still has a hard take on the English language. He doesn't know how to get his thoughts out there, but he is pretty smart. And it doesn't help that he's got that almanac and he spends all day on the shitter reading it. So
Matt reads an almanac while dumping
all the time. Now he doesn't read it while he's taking a shower, although, you know, as we've learned on the show the past couple of weeks, stranger things happen in the showers of the Shining Wizards.
Is it a sports almanac or is it just an almanac?
No, it's a wrestling almanac. It's
a wrestling almanac.
Yeah, I mean, I have a copy of it. It's just not within arm's reach. I must have it back on the bookshelf.
I used to love reading like regular almanacs, like real what was like when you were in elementary school and you go to like the library, there would be an almanac there. Like,
it was always the Guinness book. We always had the Guinness book.
All right, so the Guinness almanac was
when I was a kid, we bought that every year for like 5 years running. We had like every volume in my house
until the Pro Wrestling Illustrated Professional Wrestling Almanac came out.
But you see, that's the thing. Like this current almanac, which I think is written by Inside the Ropes, is pretty much just an extension of what the PWI almanac used to be. Because if you go through it, the pages are set up pretty much the same. I think that they just took the reins over publications of it.
Were almanacs? Were the pages of almanacs like dictionaries, or were they more structured and not more structured, but were they more like visually pleasing?
Well, I know
dictionary is just, word.
No, the wrestling almanacs, like they had them broken up by sections. They had a typical history of wrestling in the beginning.
I still have my PWI 98 almanac.
I think I have the 97 one. If I'm not mistaken.
That's when Demolenko was number 1 in the PWI 500.
Yeah. So, but that's the thing that then it breaks it down. It's like then it has like like what the promotions did for the year, and then it has stuff like the history of championships, like NWA, WWF, WCW, all that stuff. It used to go into like defunct titles, all that, and then it used to give you like addresses of promotions if you wanted to mail to them to like send them letters and stuff.
There you go. Well, Tony.
Well, enough of that. We got to get the Southern Stomper in here. Huge Effing Arms. I know it's been a long time since we've heard those nicknames, but dude, what do we call him? TV star, international celebrity, like wrestler extraordinaire. Mr. Luke Hawx joins us. Luke, how you doing today, brother?
I'm trying to get this camera set up here.
Oh, you got time, brother. Well, listen, we're not. We've been doing this for 11 years, but we're hardly pros. So you're good. We appreciate all your support. How are you, brother?
Oh man, I'm good. How y'all been? I'm good. I'm just tired, man. I'm over here. We're on season 2 of Heels, working hard, bro.
So where are you right now?
I'm in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta right now. Man, we just been putting in like 12, 14-hour days every single day. So 2 more weeks though, man. We almost finished working on the season finale. And
so I know you spent a lot of time recently in Australia. Is that where you are? Is that your new home, or are you still here, or what's going on with that?
We were shooting Young Rock over there.
That's right.
So yeah, we shot Young Rock over there, and man, let me tell you, Australia, beautiful. The most beautiful place I've ever been. It was the people were friendly, they were sweet, they were very giving and caring, man. It was just a different world. It was like going to a different world. It's like going to America where people like treat each other nicely all the time.
So, hey, dude, I wish. We want to get into all the stuff that Wildkat is doing, but I just want to ask a question real quick. In terms of what you do in your acting and your stunt profession, as opposed to professional wrestling, do people treat you differently knowing you do one thing as opposed to the other?
Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, from all ends. You know what I mean? Like, people treat people differently in life. A lot of people treat the janitor like shit. You know what I mean? Which isn't right. They don't have respect for somebody who does those type of jobs, or the garbage man. You know what I mean? It's just like I hate that. For me, I personally hate it. Like you shouldn't treat a person. Look, anybody I meet, no matter where you are in life, celebrity, school teacher, whatever, I'm gonna treat you the same way because we're all the same, right? So I hate when somebody just wants to treat somebody better because or listen, you know what I'm saying?
The conversations are different, right?
Yeah.
Like the way that you interact is different when you're doing something as opposed to something else, which is unfortunate, but it is the way it is, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's just human nature. It's just human nature. Like you can be it's funny though, because you see somebody get starstruck and you would think they would never, if you know the person, sometimes you're like, oh, they wouldn't really care. And then they see somebody and they just freeze up and they're like, oh my God, that's that guy from that TV show. And it's just like, what? So, okay.
So how big of a response have you gotten playing a very spry, stone cold Steve Austin on Young Rock in that epic moment that wrestling fans know very well?
It was bomb, man. It was one of those things where it didn't really register until we were about to shoot. Like we're getting ready to shoot, and I'm sitting there, I'm thinking to myself, what the hell am I doing? Like, I mean? Like seriously, I'm going, what the hell am I doing? I'm playing against Steve Austin. This is such a crazy, if you know where my life came from to what it's become, it's such a crazy, transformation and story. It's almost unbelievable. So it's really cool, man, just to be able to do those things. And I had a friend put some perspective in my life the other day. He sent me a message, and he sent me an old apartment where I used to live at. And he said, hey, man, don't ever forget where you come from. And I was like, not that I ever do. Excuse me, I'm choking. But not that I ever do, but it just hit, and you're like, man, you just remember how, like, where you were at that point in life, how life was for you, the struggle, the insecurity, the instability, everything that goes along with poverty. And now you're going, wait, now I'm living this, now I'm raising 2 kids and one's in college and, they go to the best schools in the state. And, like the other one is, intelligence levels are off the charts. So that's where you go, man, look how far I've taken my life. And it's cool, like that's where, you realize you're doing something big.
That's so awesome. And of course, Wildkat Sports presents X-Rated. You can see it scrolling down the bottom of your screen if you're watching us on social media. X-Rated. You have to be 21 and over because it is X-Rated. That is June 25th. It is sold out, but there will be 50 walk-up tickets, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yep. Available at the door.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. First come, first serve. Talk about this show. And we had Trevor Murdoch on last week. And again, obviously, you know that. But he was very excited about the show. How excited are you about this show coming up?
Man, I'm pumped because there's nothing like performing in front of our hometown crowd. I got a few places that I really enjoy performing. Philly's one of them. I love to come to Philly. I love Baltimore. I love LA. I haven't been there in a while. Just like places where I had big moments at.
All right.
So you remember your fans from those eras, and I love like certain eras have those diehard fans, and Philly is one of those crowds, right? You never get rid of that. Like it kind of it keeps passing on and passing on and passing on, and that's all sports there. So you have those places that you love to perform, but go back to it, man. To perform in New Orleans and have our homeboys around us, on a sold-out show, packed right on top of us. I mean, it ain't like the big crowds that we're used to because X-Rated usually draws about 1,000. And we move venue, so this is going to be like a real more intimate setting for us, and people are going to kind of be on top of each other, man. So I'm looking forward to it because that's like that Fight Club feel.
For sure. And Trevor Murdoch was very complimentary about your promotion, which has standed a very long time. So I just want to, and through tough times with what you've been through in New Orleans, and especially, and again, with the pandemic. So how do you feel about the growth of Wildkat and how successful it's been and why it's been able to maintain its longevity?
I mean, work ethic is bottom line, but we're successful, but we're not where I want to be because of the pandemic and all that stuff. And that's where it's kind of a sore subject, but I don't mind talking about it, but I'm saying it's kind of a sore subject.
Sorry.
Because no. It's just where you get so deep involved in it. It's like you go from, we spend 8 years building our company. You start off with these small shows, 200, 300, 400 people, right? And then you grow 500, 800, then 1,000. And then our last show right before the pandemic, our last 2 shows. The last show we did a free show at the mall where Perry jumped off from it.
Yeah.
Right? So super, super big press from that. Huge amounts of press. Bookings galore, sold the video. We own it, but a couple people licensed it out, a couple companies. So, and we have all this stuff set up from that jump. But right prior to that jump was our show where we had 2,400 people at the arena, where we did the Punch Train Center, which is a big arena. So we're hot. And then all of a sudden the world shuts down. And then you have no income coming in. So I'm paying for a school to keep the school going. I'm paying to keep, so you're like, we basically went 2 years without any income. You know what I mean? Because of the pandemic, but we all kept paying the bills. And then we lost the building right as it started to come back because we had the hurricane. Then we had to pack the school up. So it was one thing. And then the hurricane destroyed so much around our area that they didn't have buildings available. They still don't. So we partnered up with a friend of ours at Valhalla, their gym, and they're building a new location. And we're just in that new location for a while. That's what we're doing right now until, we can get buildings. At least we got a place to train. But it sucks, man, because we're doing really, really well. We're hot. We got so much going on. All the guys are working. The guys are working on heels. They got me with my stuff. And then the first show back, we sell out. And people are itching to get in. So they want to see wrestling. They want to see Wildkat, which, really, really makes you look at the work that you put in. And Matt Lancy and J Spade and Buku Dow and PJ Hawx, all of them, bro. All these guys that Chuck Devine, Danny Flamingo, these guys that were there from the beginning. And the guys that work behind the scenes, the camera guys, the guys. There's so many people. We're a team, bro. It ain't just me. We're a team, and it really feels good to be able to put our team back together and get back to doing what we love doing.
So, Tony, go ahead.
Speaking of teams, the Hawx series facing Brady Pierce and Damian Wayne defending the Wildkat tag titles. I do want to go off before I start asking you about the match. PJ had an amazing match at the Always Ready pay-per-view against Homicide. But what I come to learn after Always Ready is that you and Homicide, I know you guys have had history. Maybe that history's taken a turn for the worse.
I think since he's got that belt, he's got, his priorities are somewhat different. If you watch that match, and I come out there to help both of them.
Yep.
Of course, my son first, but Homicide as well. When he got up, who did he run to? The Mortons, right? The Mortons. Right. Didn't even check on us.
Yeah.
Didn't even check on us. This dude, I knew this dude almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Almost 20 years.
God, and I feel like we've dubbed this month on the Shining Wizards Wildkat month, I guess, for lack of a better term, because we've had Matt Lanty, Ryan Davidson, Trevor Murdoch promoting your show, and now you, and of course Jay Spade coming up. It's the roster is as good as any independent roster, I think, in the business. So how do you feel about the guys that you're working with and that you're training and that you've led to this spot right now?
That's what's so frustrating is I know our guys are so talented, and not that they're not doing anything, because they're doing some amazing things, but I feel like they should have a bigger spotlight on them than what they have because they work so hard. But it's that stigma where we're at in the South. We don't get a lot of eyes on us, and we don't have like the internet reporters on us, like they do in the Northeast or in LA.
Yeah.
So we don't get that. We just don't get the light shed on us. So I really appreciate when you guys have us on and promoting us and even giving us this because that means a lot to us because we know you guys always watch what we do. We always watch what y'all do. It's a team effort. So thank y'all for that.
I feel like you do get a lot of love, especially in terms of like because I see it up like if you go to like Mike Johnson, right? And people joke about me and Mike Johnson like I defend him when he's wrong. Like, it's a weird little gig that we have. I don't know him very well personally, but he's a very big supporter of yours.
No,
So,
Mike Johnson is the A1, bro. Mike Johnson always reports on Wildkat. The show where we had 2,400 people at, Mike Johnson was at that show. He came down. He flew down from New York to come cover that show.
Awesome.
So, I love Mike to death, and I'm always thankful for that because he does always, write about our stuff and get our results. And he has some guys that work for us that he talks to, and he gets the info from them, which that's journalism to me.
Yeah.
Reporting ain't just reporting about what your little favorite promotion to put your friends over, your buddies. Reporting is like when you pay attention to a scene and you report everything in that scene. I think there's so much bias reporting to people who just want to write and talk about what they like. And then if you go on Twitter, it's about what they dislike.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. And I always just found that fascinating that Mike and Dave Scherer, who run PW Insider, were literally, other than maybe I guess maybe Meltzer, like they've been in the game the longest, and they were there in the ECW, like they were there for all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's got to mean a lot for an independent wrestling promotion to have someone like them cover what you guys do.
Well, they have such high credibility.
Yeah.
So that's where it ain't just some 12-year-old kid writing on his blog. So these guys have like worldwide news that people pay attention to, and people like sit and wait for their reports to come out on.
That's right.
They do. Mike. I think Mike's pretty much the top reporter now, right? I mean, he has been for a while.
Yeah, you can make the debate. It's either him or maybe the guy from Fightful, Sean.
Yeah, Sean gets a lot of love too.
Yeah, but and I think they're both good. I think they're both responsible journalists. Mike 100% is a responsible journalist. He won't put anything out there that he doesn't feel like is accurately qualified to be out there. And I feel like Sean is the same way.
But that's how it should be, right? So you got to respect it. That's what's up.
Yep. And we are on the line with Luke Hawx. Luke, we don't want to take too much more of your time. Let me go back to the young rock stuff real quick, just because it's such a fascinating thing that you found yourself in, and it's just so amazingly impressive to me. Did you get a lot of love from non-wrestling fans for your role as Steve Austin?
Oh yeah, I got man, it was crazy because I've been on television and movies, and, all that stuff for a while, but there's a big difference in TV and stations and networks that you're on. So like when you do a show on NBC, that is like, you don't get bigger than that. So a primetime show on NBC, so the eyes that are on you, like it just opens up different doors, which is cool. And it was cool. I got to experience that because, I've had a lot of big moments in my career so far with, Fast and Furious and Logan, when they put the post out with Hugh Jackman and his claws going.
Yep.
I mean, like the internet went nuts over it, right? So like I had some really cool moments, but by far the NBC one was the most recognizable, where people were like, holy shit, and they just start hitting you up or posting about you, or you're reading reviews on you and blah blah blah, or, and then you got people crapping on you too. That's always fun. Hey, my favorite comment was a guy said, I don't understand why they didn't just get the guy who played the ringmaster to play Stone Cold. He did a better job.
And it's the same guy.
But
Man.
hey, I did a good job. I guess he thought I was two different people.
So you thought you were. So you went to Australia to film, and then I know you went out to Alaska for Wrestle Pro.
Yeah, Wrestle Pro. That was awesome.
Not too long ago, you worked with your son against Brian and Cardona,
Yeah.
and I just want to know, like, where's your favorite place to go? Because clearly you've been like everywhere. Is there anywhere that you would want to go just to vacation, or is there anywhere that you'd rather go to wrestle that you haven't been yet?
Oh yeah, I mean, I like to go to Japan because I've never been. I want to wrestle there. I was supposed to go there a few times, and every time I went, it was supposed to go, it fell through. So I would just like to scratch that off, right? Just want to scratch off the bucket list.
Yeah.
And it'd be even cool if I got to do it with my son because he really wants to go to Japan to visit. So, and obviously he loves wrestling. So if we got to go tag over there, that would be really cool. That's like the next checklist thing for us.
What are your expectations for PJ in terms of how far he's come so far? Like, where do you think the limit is for this guy?
Hey, dude, that's a good question. Thanks for being outside the box and not being a typical, who trained you? What's your favorite? What actor is? No, dude, good question. I honestly think that the world is in his hands. I do think that there's things he needs to work on and change, and we shoot straight with each other. So I'm always on him, but it's tough when you got this as your dad breathing down your back, right? And because everybody else is like, your son's amazing. He does such a great job. He's so well-mannered. How do you look at all the things he's doing? He's a senior in college, getting ready to graduate. He's working full-time in film. He's traveling the world wrestling. And, he's a great kid. So, and he is. And he, that's one of those things where he's a great kid because he makes good decisions, but because his family raised him good. And that was different than, again, with the way I came up. So I have high expectations for him to be the best he could possibly be because he has, look what I've done with no support. You know what I mean? Really coming from the ground up. He's got the world behind him because he is such a good kid and he is a hard worker and he has a great attitude. So a lot of people want to get behind him and they want to see a good guy win. And he's that good guy, you know what I mean? So and it makes me proud. So I think the world's his, but I think he just has to go to work for it.
And it is amazing to watch your son work because he is so smooth and you can see that he's comfortable like dictating things when he's in the ring. Like he's not afraid to talk shit. He's not, and he's strong as an ox too, man. Like you see him.
He's got that wrestler strength. He's an amateur wrestler, so he's got that grip. When he grabs you, that's it.
Yeah, and it's like I said, just so smooth and
I'm swinging at him. I ain't letting him grab me. He's gonna catch a right hook.
Brady Pierce and Damian Wayne, formidable opponents for you guys this weekend.
Those guys again?
Well, listen, I got to ask the questions.
God. I like Brady Pierce and Damian Wayne. I think they're great wrestlers, so to speak. They also are on heels, and they're stunt doubles on heels, and they work really hard. They're hard workers, but they're not a tag team. They're not father and son. They're not a cohesive unit. So, it's a filler match. They'll come in.
Wow.
They'll come in and,
So this is gonna be a fun night for you and your son.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun night.
And you gotta speaking of like extra stunt work, you gotta were you responsible for KM, our good friend Kevin Matthews, getting some work on there?
Of course.
That's right.
Love it. I love it.
This guy gets it.
Dude,
Wildkat Sports presents X-Rated 21 and over, June 25th, Southport Hall.
We in the game, baby.
That's right, baby. New Orleans. It's sold out, but if you want to be one of the top 50, I would suggest you get there the night before.
Yeah, camp out. Seriously.
Bring a canteen, bring some road sodas, do
I'm
what
gonna
you
give you
got to
some
do. So far, all right. So Luke, the card right now, obviously the main event is Trevor Murdoch versus Brian Davidson. We have Shane Taylor versus Matt Lancy, which forget about it.
It's gonna be monstrous. Yeah.
And then you guys are again, like Tony already mentioned, Brady Pearson, Damian Wayne. Is there anything else you can fill us in on what we should expect on this show this weekend?
We're gonna have a student match.
Nice.
First time ever. We haven't. Well, we've done it before, but we haven't done it. Like it's not something we do regularly. So, and we've never done it on X-rated. So we got a student match on X-rated, and if you've seen our X-rated crowd compared to our normal crowd, our normal crowd is like Memphis, Tennessee, and the X-rated crowd is like Philly. So
what a contrast.
Say no more.
So the students got some pressure on them.
Just a little bit.
And speaking of Stone Cold, I'm going to crack one of these
hell yeah.
Broken Skull IPAs in your honor, my friend. So, Luke, it was a pleasure. Follow Luke Hawx on social media.
Luke.
Oh, Tony, go ahead if you want.
No, Luke was saying something.
Pay me off that. Steve needs to go ahead and give me a little bit of that Broken Skull money, you know?
That's right. He should. You know what? You should make an imitation IPA.
Yeah,
where it's like Luke Hawx IPA.
Just call it the Ringmaster IPA.
There you go. Boom.
Broken ass IPA.
Huge effing IPA.
Yeah.
There you go. Luke Hawx 501 on Twitter and 504 on Twitter and social media. I caught myself right there, Luke. We have J Spade coming up soon, so we are going to let you go. Thank you so much. Anything you want to leave our listeners, our fans, your fans with?
I was gonna say, so since this X-rated is like a little smaller than we used to, what we're going to plan on doing, this is what we're working towards, is running 2 a year instead of 1.
Ooh.
So, yeah. Since it's so limited, you know what I mean, and people love our X-rated show, I think we're gonna start doing 2 a year. So that's our goal. So I want to go ahead and put that little seed out there right now with y'all.
I'm digging that. I am digging that.
Yeah. Every week we get breaking news from Wildkat. I love it.
Love it, of course.
That means y'all in, baby.
Of course. Of course. Always in with Luke.
Hope to see you back up here in Jersey and New York or Philly or at some point soon, my friend.
Yeah, Kevin actually is trying to get us out for something, but the schedule's crazy, bro. Filming, like, we can't do much wrestling. That's unfortunately that's the one drawback of filming. We get so busy with it, and we're so locked down. Like, it was hell for us to get off of these past NWA tapings that I got this nice black eye from. So.
Oh shit! I didn't even notice that until you pointed out. Look at that. Damn.
I saw you post something on that on Facebook. It looked a lot worse then.
Yeah, well, yeah. The very last move of my very last match for the week, I caught the guy that power slammed me, elbowed me, and I split my elbow right before I pinned him.
Of course, it happens that way.
Hey, the very last thing.
Unreal, Luke.
Hey,
thank you so much.
Imagine me coming on a film set and they see my eye and they go, "Holy!" What
would happen?
Yeah. Then they start figuring. I'm like, "What do you think happened?"
No, but what would happen if that happened?
They covered the makeup.
That's all.
Thank God it wasn't swollen, because if it was swollen, I'd be screwed.
Yeah.
That's another reason. Like, technically, we're not supposed to do anything. We're under contract, but I got permission for us to go do NWA. So because it holds up production. You know, if it happens if we go out there and we break our leg, production's screwed. You know, so
yeah, this is true.
Oh, mama.
So yeah, that's what I was saying. The wrestling portion of it kind of suffers from it because we're not able to do as much. But you know, we love what we do, and it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, no complaints there.
Yeah,
Luke, this has been a pleasure, man. You know you are welcome back each and every time that you want to come back on.
I always appreciate y'all having me out.
Appreciate you, brother.
Be well. Good luck. Have
Luke
fun
Hawx,
taping.
everybody. Cheers.
Good luck this weekend.
And of course, you can follow Luke Hawx at Luke Hawx 504 on Twitter and Instagram. And of course, Wildkat Sports Rated X will be running 21 and over event on June 25th at Southport Hall, 200 Monticello Avenue in New Orleans, Louisiana. Sold out, Tony. You got to be one of the first 50 to get a ticket for this bad boy.
Okay, I got 2 stories for you. One
I love
is
Luke Hawx, by the way.
the greatest. He is absolutely the greatest. Do you remember when he used to first come on and he was pissed off? He was in a feud like trying to get AJ Styles. He was pissed off at him. Does that ring a bell?
Vaguely, but I do.
But he
Yes,
was
I do. I do.
When he would come on and be like, AJ's a pussy, fuck him.
Yo,
I forget what the beef was about. All I remember is like Luke just had
why didn't you bring that up?
No, because dude, we talked to him for almost a half an hour. We had to cover everything else. I mean,
That would have been a great, funny little anecdote.
yeah,
I didn't
but
think about that till you brought it up.
I didn't think about it really until we started getting into it with him. I'm like, yeah, I think the first time he was on, he was complaining about AJ Styles. Shit. What was the crap? I forgot. There were 2 things that I wanted to bring up. One of them was Luke related, and one of them wasn't.
All right, so let's focus on
let's-
the Luke related.
I
because
can't remember it now because now I remember the AJ thing. Maybe that was it. I think
Well,
that was
Luke-
it.
I don't think people realize how long Luke has been around, and the thing is though he keeps himself looking like he's 25 years old.
Who would have ever thought that? And like we've gone over the story with him, like his upbringing, like we've talked about that on the show, and just like what a rough childhood he had and whatnot.
Right.
I don't think ever in his wildest dreams he would have imagined that he would have been playing Stone Cold Steve Austin on a primetime show on a major network. That's insane.
The
That is
guy,
insane.
as far again, I only know him from afar. I think I've met him a few times in person at WrestlePro/PWS.
Mm-hmm.
But you could just tell by the way he presents himself that nobody's going to outwork Luke Hawx.
Yeah.
Like nobody's going to outwork him.
Kevin, I know I've said it a bunch of times. And I know it's cliche at this point, but it still bears saying. I was there for the first Tier 1 show when Luke Hawx won the championship.
Oh God.
Hell
All
of a
right,
night.
Tony, I know I do a lot of throwback stuff to stuff that I've been involved in, and you should be proud of what you've done in wrestling in terms of calling these shows. But I think it might be time for you just to put the nail in that coffin.
No, because you know what? We'll talk about it later. I think I'm getting the itch for something, but let's see if our guest is here.
He looks like he's here,
Right
but it
here.
looks like his camera is not working.
Oh, snap, man. Let me see. Hold on.
See, I couldn't imagine that J Spade would want to join us, but not put his handsome mug on camera.
Dude, the guy's a good-looking dude.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, man.
And the fact that he's, dude, and like J Spade is not just like some fly-by-night in wrestling. This guy's been everywhere. He's been on 205. He's been on AEW Dark. He's been in the NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship Tournament, by the way. I know that's not what J Spade looks like.
No, we're one step closer, I think.
He's getting there. Don't worry. He'll get it figured out.
If you have to do it this way, we'll do it this way.
Oh, he
All right.
left.
No, listen, he probably, what he probably has to do
He
with
said, fuck all y'all.
No. What he had to do is probably what I have to do every time before we do the podcast. I have to restart my computer so the camera actually works. There he is.
I thought you were going to say drink in the shower.
I'll drink in the shower. I'll drink in the shower.
All right,
all day.
God. Whoa.
What do I care? There he is. Did you have
Wait,
to
we're talking
restart?
about drinks already? Yes. I had to restart this thing. It was weird. Like it just came up just like blank, like a black screen. So,
That's what I have to do every time before I do the
Okay.
show. I have to restart.
Wait a minute. Time out.
What?
Is
What's going on?
Luke in the room with you? Because that background looks awfully familiar.
Okay, so
Wait, is it?
so no, wait, okay. So look, I didn't want to bring it up. There's been a lot of Luke Hawk praise going on with this show. But I gotta bring it down to earth. So during this filming process for season 2 of Heels, I have this beautiful property in Noonan, Georgia, and it just so happens that I pretty much rent out some rooms for Luke to stay at. So technically I'm his landlord. So unfortunately, he has to use my property to do interviews and things like that. So yeah.
Wait a second. You guys just completely whamboozled us here with you. We didn't know that you guys were going to be together.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It was like, hey, look, I didn't know he was on this episode tonight. So, I was just gonna, do the podcast here, but then I saw his name on it and he's talking. I'm like, dude, if you needed to use the place, you could have just asked me or whatnot, But it's cool, he pays the rent. So therefore, since he pays the rent as a good landlord, I let him use the kitchen, the bathroom. He can use kind of part of the patio area and stuff like that.
Part of the patio area.
Part of the pad, not the entire pad, just part of it.
Oh God, you let Luke use your bathroom?
Well, we got 2 bathrooms, so he uses the bathroom and a half. With a half bathroom, it's a sink and a toilet. So he has to take like the little, towels and just wash himself off in the sink and
the hand soap.
Like that. Yeah, that's some little antibacterial, sanitizer. Hey, look, I'm a very generous landlord, okay? So,
God,
yeah, it's good.
I can't really ask you. Like, my first question was,
what a down to earth moment though. Here's Luke Hawx, big TV star, big movie star. He's washing his pits in your sink.
Hey, look, we all have humble beginnings, and it's one of those things to like when he reaches mega stardom and level and stuff like that. Yeah, he took baths in the sink at J Spade's house. So
I was my first question was gonna be the only answer possibly would be for you to blow smoke up Luke Hawx's ass, and that clearly can't happen now. What? Like my first question was like, wait, what's it like working for Luke Hawx at Wildkat? How much has he meant to you? And now that I found out that you're his landlord, I can't ask that question.
Hey, how much his rent is again? He means about $2,500 to me. That's how much he means.
There's a great chance you may not talk about wrestling for 1 second.
Shit.
In this interview. Oh my God.
Oh man.
All right, we are on the line with J Spade on social media at Wildkats J Spade on Twitter.
Wild card.
I'm sorry. I have tears in my eyes.
Twitter tonight.
I'm laughing so hard. Wild card J Spade.
Yes.
J Spade, how are you?
Man, I'm doing good. Blessed, relaxed, stress free. My skin is glowing. I can't complain, man. Life is good.
I gotta ask you a question. We've been talking
because I gotta recontribulate.
We were talking about TV and movies and all that good stuff with Luke, but I gotta ask you this, and I had no idea this existed. What is Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion? What is this? I started watching it earlier today.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's like one of those things that you would find on like the Disney Channel when you were a kid, but it's about wrestling and superpowers. What's the story with this?
It's literally kind of like the best of both worlds because you get, kind of like the superhero powers and secret identities. But in the same realm of it, you get the pro wrestling aspect with their secret identities and their characters that they have. So it's like, honestly, it's probably like the closest thing to like my childhood because that was one of the things that got me into wrestling because I kept looking at it. I'm like, man, these guys look like comic book superheroes. They have the strengths, the weaknesses, the costume, the alter ego. So it's pretty much like, the creators for Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion took both realms, superhero-ness and pro wrestling, and meshed them together and made like a nice, family-friendly, entertaining show.
So how did you and Buku Dao get involved in this project?
Oh man, I mean, really, that was through Luke. Like when Luke got the job as the wrestling stunt coordinator, like he was pretty much looking for guys to kind of fit the role. And this was right after season 1 of Heels, after we done filming. So it's pretty much kind of like, hey, look, you already know what you're doing. An easy transition into that. And then like he pulled some other Wildcat guys into that as well. Jace Valor's one of the guys, Buku Dao, and we even have David Powers and Bradley Pierce. Pretty much all of them are from Wildcat, and they're part of the show too.
Awesome.
So what does that say for, again, let's go back to the blowing the smoke up Luke Hawx's ass here. So what does that say for a guy like Luke to do stuff like that for other people and how it benefits the people that he trusts?
Well, pretty much more than the people themselves, it helps out Wildkat. Because I mean, besides us just being like a kick-ass wrestling promotion, drawing insane crowds, pretty much having like a rabid fan base, it's also showing that our guys, our wrestlers, can also do other aspects of entertainment as well too, whether it be stunt work, whether it be music, or even acting. Like we all pretty much kind of have like our hands in different aspects. So, it's also good for the guys individually, but just that company as a whole, it shows the reach that we have when it comes to just entertainment. Because a lot of people are doing more than just one thing, and all of our guys are multi-talented.
Right. If you had to put a feather in your cap for one thing that you're the most proud of in your wrestling career or any aspect of your life, what would it be?
Oh man, jeez. Ooh.
Tough questions.
Yeah,
That's what you get when you come to the Shining Wizards. I'm an idiot, but I can bring one out every now and then.
With wrestling, I always say this. It was kind of like maybe like once I started training, it was like the first goal that I wanted. And pretty much it was to be the Wildkat Sports heavyweight champion. And the reason for that being is because I first started training at Wildkat. So I went through pretty much the entire ranks. And it's kind of like one of those feelings to like when you finally graduate from a college or a school that you go to, and then pretty much kind of, going back and giving back to that school or that college or whatnot. So it's like I felt like I was at the top of my class and whatnot. And it's kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, I've been here for 4 years, I've been here for 5 years, and now I'm kind of like one of the top guys. And, when I first started off, 4 or 5 years ago, just kind of like a rookie, nobody really knowing me not really knowing what I was doing to being one of the top guys in the company. That to me was just probably like one of the proudest moments. And even if it may not mean something to somebody else outside of Wildkat, it's just me personally. That's one of like, the biggest accomplishments that I love. Just
So
going
what's
from
it like for you when you go to places like NWA or you wrestle on AEW Dark? What's it like making that not necessarily the transition, but just your presence there? Like, how does that feel for you, knowing how hard you worked?
Oh, it's definitely appreciative. 'Cause, like it's a lot of times, like when you're constantly grinding, trying to get to the next level, or trying to get more eyes and more exposure on you. When you do get that recognition for your hard work, it's like, well, damn, this finally feels good to be acknowledged for the work that you put in. So and definitely like the locker rooms when I went to NWA, same thing with AEW. The locker rooms have always been respectful. The guys have been respectful. I've never had any problem with anybody at any of those locker rooms whatsoever. So while it's great to be at Wildkat, and I love that, that's like my top priority, being able to branch out to other promotions as well, and being able to showcase not only my abilities, but the training that Wildkat Sports provides. That's also a big honor too, because I'm also a representation of that school.
Yeah, and I mentioned this to Luke as well, that Wildkat still going through all the trials and tribulations that they've had to go through being in New Orleans, and with the pandemic absolutely sucks, but people still talk about Wildkat. What do you attribute that to?
It's really just, it's the product that we put out. So, like if you just come to Louisiana is a lot different than a lot of other states in regards to how many wrestling promotions we can have. We have a commission. There's only a limited amount of promotions that could run a month or even like a year or whatnot. Whereas like if you go to Texas, Florida, like they have 50 shows in one weekend. But that's just how that state is. So when you do come to Louisiana and you see wrestling, Wildkat Sports is the finest wrestling that is available. The guys look the part. The guys are athletes. And on top of that, we know how to wrestle at the finest form. We provide a wide range of entertaining aspects to our show. So you're gonna see very technical wrestlers on the show. You may see almost like brawlers on the show too. Some hardcore matches, some lucha libre style matches. We have so many different styles that we bring to Louisiana. We may not have, like we always tell people, we may not have like the big WWE budgets that have the lights, pyro, and all that stuff, but the quality you see in the ring is undeniable. And that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I literally had some fans be like, well, they'll start off going to Wildkat shows and they'll branch out and look at some other shows, even WWE shows, and they're like, this just doesn't feel the same. Like it's entertaining, but it's not Wildkat. There's something about it that's giving me that disconnect that Wildkat always keeps me engaged in. So to me, that's what I think our biggest thing is. Our product is by far grade A.
So being where you are right now,
Mm-hmm.
and the level of success that you've achieved, and coming from day one Wildkat stuff, let me ask you this: like fan interaction with you.
Yeah.
When when little kids or people come up to you and ask for your autograph or ask like for a picture, does that resonate with you? Because I remember going to independent shows doing that, like asking somebody who I'll probably never see again in my
Mm-hmm.
life for an autograph, and it meant the world to me. But you clearly have a path for yourself set. So does that mean something to you when like a kid or a fan comes up and asks to want to take a picture with you or something like that?
Oh, yo, without a doubt. I always try to keep myself humble, like in a lot of things that I do. I do know what I do in the ring cannot be mimicked by a lot of people, especially those in the audience. But at the same time, it's like y'all are here to see me in a certain aspect, and I'm truly grateful and humbled by that. So just somebody, if they want to pick up a T-shirt, they just want an autograph or a picture, it's like I still kind of look at myself as the 5-year-old skinny little kid or whatnot. So it's still a little bit shocking to be like, man, these people are cheering for me. Are they paid to see me? Are they wearing my merchandise in the crowd? Like, this is kind of like, it's still surreal. It's hard for me to believe or whatnot, but it feels great. It's kind of one of those reasons why I'm still wrestling. I still have that itch, that passion for it. It's because I love the audience feedback, not only after the match, but also during the match. That's kind of one thing, like, it's hard to say, like, you can't, to me, I don't know if I can get that feeling from any other form of performing, whether it be acting, filming, stunt work, because we don't get that instant gratification from the fans. We have to wait till after the filming process is over with. With pro wrestling, you get it right then and there. If you did something good, they're going to start cheering or popping. If you did something bad, you're going to hear boos or you're going to hear silence. And that's when it's up to you to correct it, to make it better, or keep the wave going, whatever the case is.
I got to ask you a question. I know that you've been up our way and you defended the Wildkat Sports Championship at WrestlePro. Now, I have to ask Kevin.
Oh no, this is not going to be good.
Well, no, because a couple weeks ago we had Matt Lancy on, and he mentioned you had brought that up. Kevin, do you remember who was in this Fatal 4-Way? I will give you huge props if you can name somebody that was in this. See, Kevin's the resident WrestlePro expert. He would know this.
So Jay, just to lift the curtain, for like 8 years, I would do the intros for the musics for the wrestlers that came to the ring for WrestlePro. But we're talking one show a month for 8 years.
Yep.
I don't remember this. And it's not that I don't remember the match. I don't remember who else was in it.
Okay,
I'm sure I could find it. And
it was a Fatal 4-Way. It was in Rahway, of course. It was Buster Jackson, Sean Donovan, and Matt Lancy.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
No offense. Listen, those Buster, Sean, two great friends of mine.
Yeah.
And Matt Lancy we just had on recently.
He's a
great guy as well.
Yes.
I saw that interview.
And yourself, but I don't really talk to people when I'm there. Like, I literally sit at the Gorilla and sit and just wait for my cues it's the most nervous day of my life.
Is it really? Wow.
Yeah.
Kevin stresses hard on this.
I stress really hard about knowing when to play people's music and how to do it, and when the time is right to cut them, and when this is right or wrong. It's the most nerve-wracking day of my life.
Have you ever like played the wrong music before?
100%.
Numerous times.
Yeah. There was one time I screwed up a million cues. Like in match cues. It was, and one of them involved like Cody Rhodes.
Dude,
and like
let's go back and just realize he's been doing this for 8 years.
8 years.
Go ahead, Kev.
At least.
At least 8 years.
Yeah. And thankfully they've transitioned me out because I'm getting too old for this business. So I'm like, So I just show up like I'm Carrie Silken in Ring of Honor. I just show up and say hi, and and that's it.
Hey, look, man. When you do something for so many years, like mistakes are bound to happen. And it's one of those things like I even tell people, it's like, okay, well, yeah, you messed up one match, but look, Steph Curry misses a shot or 3 or 10.
Yep.
But he still
not
won.
lately.
Yeah. No. Wait, I think it was game 5 was the only game he had like maybe 13 or 15 points.
Oh yeah, but they still won.
But he didn't. Oh, he was horrible during that match.
So if you can win a game with Steph Curry only scoring 13 points, then but then the next game he dropped ball. Like he was unstoppable the last game.
Yeah. So hey, we all have some off days, you know. It happens. It's like
it was, and it was at Starland Ballroom in New Jersey, and I screwed up a spot. It was Cody Rhodes, Lio Rush, Mario Boccara, and there was a triple down, but like no one really told me. Oh no, it was supposed to be a triple down, and then someone's going to do eventually a Spanish fly off the top rope. I had no idea what a Spanish fly was. So so if you're giving somebody a cue about a move that I'm not 100% sure of what it is, like I don't know. So they went down. So I played someone was supposed to come to the ring and take Brady out, and I played at the wrong time. But I immediately went to the back after the match and apologized to Cody, and he couldn't have been nicer. He was I'm sure he was being like nice, but he was like, dude, it actually worked out better. I'm sure he was just trying to make me feel good, but it was like, it was incredible. So to your point, mistakes do happen in professional wrestling. So if you're in a match, if a mistake happens, how do you respond to that?
Just keep on going.
What are you gonna do?
Just keep on going. It honestly it depends on what the match is, or like what the mess up is. Like you just keep that thing on going. Like I done had like a few botches and whatnot. I'll tell you what, when I did the show at for Wrestle Pro, like literally we had a spot where I think Buster dived out the ring, or I dived out first, something like that. I went to go dive, and the ropes caught my feet. So as opposed to me kind of soaring, I just kind of went. So like, but luckily like they had like the little pads that was like kind of like right outside the ring. It wasn't that big, but it was right outside the ring. So like literally I did that. I mean, the match didn't stop. The guys grabbed me, like, keep going, throw me in the ring.
That's all.
Just keep the match going. Like, all right, shit, I'm good. You know, it's great. But yeah, just a lot of mistakes are gonna happen. That's one of the beauties of pro wrestling is to improvise. And if you don't focus on it being an accident, the audience would be like, oh, that was part of the match.
Yeah.
He meant to do that.
We're on with the Wildkat J Spade at Wildkat J Spade on Twitter. He's got a link tree, which will also link you to his merch on his Etsy page. Linktree /Wildcard. I did it too, Kev. Wildkat J Spade. So I got to ask you a question though. We've got a couple matches. We know, Ryan Davidson, Trevor Murdoch up top, Matt Lancy, Shane Taylor, the Hawks versus Brady Pierce and Damian Wayne. Mm-hmm. What's coming for Jay Spade this weekend?
Man, everybody keep asking me that, and I just found out about maybe 3 hours ago.
Ooh.
Yes, that quick. Because actually one of the guys who I'm really close with, and one of the guys who I tag team with, he's currently up here helping us with the filming process, appeals and whatnot. But this Saturday at X-Rated, it will be me and Buku Dao.
Nice.
Us together. We're known as Slime Season, and we will be taking on Fly Def at X-Rated. So it's been a while because me and Buku have not tag teamed since, I think 2019. Yeah, it's been since like 2019. So we're trying to get in the back of things. We got big dreams and ambitions for the tag team division at Wildkat Sports. We're looking to first make our claim by defeating Fly Dip at X-Rated. And eventually, coming from tag team belts, tired of Hawx Aries holding these belts hostage for like 2 or 3 years. And once I take them tag belts from Hawx Aries, I'm going to kick Luke out of this house and send him to the homeless shelter.
That's right. Get him out.
Put him on them streets. Put him on them cold streets out here.
I think, but you say that, but I feel like Luke would be all right if he had.
Wait, y'all think that? We don't know, okay? And the only way we're going to know is when I take them belts and kick them out on the streets. But first, it's Fly Dip, Slime Season versus Fly Dip at X-Rated this Saturday.
All right, so I got to ask you. You mentioned Buku Dao. You guys are teaming up again. Slime Season's back.
Miss Buku.
Are we going to get more cartoons and cereal?
Oh, man.
Because it's been a minute. Come on, man. It's been a minute.
Yes. We will have new episodes of cartoons and cereal coming up soon. Oh, man. We just got some like weird cereal that I have mailed to me. So as soon as we're done with the filming process with Heels, I'll be back home in New Orleans. That way I can go back and train, and we'll be knocking out some more episodes, watching some weird cartoons, eating some very strange cereal.
Wait, strange cereal? What you got? What you got for me?
Man, I really can't tell you, because when I found out about this cereal, I was like, there's no way this is real. And then when I got the box at home, I'm like, yeah, this is real.
So wait, is it like those like Tony? Is it like what we do with like the beans? Is it like that, or is it just strange cereal?
We gotta wait for the new episode.
All right, we gotta wait for the new episode.
Hey, I'll tell you, be like, there's no way this cereal is real. I'm like, yeah, it's real. It's actually real. So yeah, but we will have new episodes out soon. As soon as we're done with wrapping up Heels season 2, me and Slime Buku, we're going right back at it. More episodes for y'all.
Oh,
damn.
That's
and also if y'all have any cereal recommendations, please let us know. Like I'll try to go get someone. We'll pop up some new content.
I'm basic when it comes to cereal. Super basic.
Yeah.
Cheerios.
What's type? Just like the regular Cheerios?
Honey Nut.
Yeah, Honey Nut.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Honey Nut's kind of the way to go, I think.
When I was a kid, we weren't allowed to have like the sugary stuff. So once I explored that, so once I was exposed to like Lucky Charms and Fruit Loops, and it was all hell broke loose. But then when I got older, I was like, you know what? Let me go back to what brought me to the dance. Cheerios.
Brought you to the dance. Cheerios.
Cornflakes.
Oh man, cornflakes are good.
Yeah, cornflakes are good. Chex is good. It's a good
now,
cereal.
See, I never had Chex Mix.
You gotta have
never
Chex,
had Chex,
man.
Never had Chex.
Not
I
the Chex
Cheerios.
Mix. The Chex.
Oh, just the Chex. Yeah, no. I never had Chex.
It might be
Always
Life actually. Is it Life or is it Chex?
No, I think
Life was another one.
I think Life and Chex are the same thing. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
Life cereal, I think is Chex Mix or Chex.
You know what you can't sleep on? Frosted Mini Wheats. Those are good as hell.
Yo, I've had those one time. When I was young. I think it was like at my grandma's house. So it's kind of like one of those things.
Grandma always had the best cereal.
One of those things where she was like, "You want some cereal?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm thinking she has like the stuff I have at home. And then she like gave me like the. I was like, "All right. I mean, I'll eat it. Yeah."
What
you know?
What did you scrape this off the chair? What is this?
I just never went back after that. But no, that's probably got to be something we're going to have to revisit.
Just a real quick story, and then we'll let you go. My grandmother used to have the small, like the box, like I don't know how old you are, but when we were young, they would have like the travel boxes of cereal that were
the little tiny box,
the little one. And so like that was the only time I was able to have like the Fruit Loops or like the Apple Jacks.
Yeah, because you get the 10-pack and it comes with like corn pops, frosted flakes.
Exactly. Yes.
Yep.
Oh yeah, because they used to have it all together like
it was like this long and it had
this long. Yes.
Grandma,
we're showing our age. We're really showing our age right now.
You don't even know. You don't even want to know. We may have baby faces, but we're old.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Some a lot older than others, trust me.
Yeah.
All right, Jay.
This is an absolute blast, man.
Oh
was
no,
a
man!
great
Thank y'all.
time.
This was fun. This was fun.
Did we even talk? Did we talk about wrestling? I guess
Yeah,
we did.
yeah,
Right?
we did. We
Yeah.
got
Yeah,
it in
we talked
there.
a little bit about wrestling. Yeah, we talked
got
about
it in.
botches. Talked about matches, botches, cereal. Luke being my tenant. Yeah, we talked about
That's
wrestling.
right.
We
Well,
found out
Jay,
about these guys going to be at X-rated. That's all we needed to know.
Yes.
We're good.
Listen,
Yes,
all we
that's
want to
all.
do is we want to have fun with our guests, and just want to have a blast with them, and we thank them for coming on all the time, and we've been doing this for a long time. So every time you get to have someone new on or someone that maybe we haven't talked to in a long time, we just want to make it fun and
and different. Like we all know where you train. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. We're more concerned about what your grandmother was giving you for cereal.
Thank you. Yo, I'm glad y'all asked different questions. A lot of times you get in the same routine of what got you into wrestling, where did you train at, who was your favorite wrestler. It's like I've answered that questions about 20 different times already, but I do appreciate different questions and pretty much just fun. Keep everything lighthearted, man.
There you go.
For sure.
We appreciate you. Follow J Spade on social media at Wildkat J Spade on both platforms, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much. Wildkat's doing great stuff, and we appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. Have fun this weekend. Kick some ass.
All right. Peace. Definitely will.
Thanks, J Spade. Be well, man.
All right, y'all.
Dude, this was hella fun tonight. Luke,
Dude, it was
J Spade.
See, here's what I like about what we do, and I feel like it's lost on a lot of people.
Excuse me, Jesus.
All that.
Dude, I'm sorry. Grilled chicken tonight with garlic butter fettuccine. So I got double the garlic going.
If you want to find a wrestling podcast, and there's a million of them.
Yeah, nowadays for sure.
There's a billion of them. Everyone that's ever had a cup of coffee in professional wrestling has a wrestling podcast. Some people deservedly so. Some people maybe not so deservedly so. But what we do here is provide authenticity, I guess is the word.
Little outside the box, I would say.
Little outside the box. And we've come, and listen, we've had our struggles and we've come a long way.
Mm-hmm.
So
we still struggle. Don't get me wrong. We still get our feet clipped on the ropes on the dives to the outside.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll forget what a Spanish fly is.
So that's what stinks is that. Well, here's also there wasn't always a monitor in the back.
Kev, it's all right, brother. It's all right. It's all good. We get it. We get it.
But listen, if you want to listen to a professional wrestling podcast where it's three dudes who literally just have opinions, but no serious, clout behind them.
No, we got clout. I think doing this for 10 plus years, we got some clout.
No, we got clout. Oh no, there's definitely cloutage. but like I don't want anyone to base what they think on what I think. And I don't want anyone to base what they think on what you think.
Nobody does. Nobody does. It's just that they're stupid. They should base everything about what we think.
When you get marred into the world of wrestling podcasts, just think of the Shining Wizards.
Yeah, man. I think we stand above a few of them.
All of them. What the F you talking about? Get the F out.
Talking to J Spade, I remember the two stories that I wanted to tell you. Now, one of them is Wildkat related, and one of them is not.
So wait, you have Wildkat questions when the Wildkat guests leave?
No, it's not a question. There's stories. There's stories about me. Do you want to hear the Wildkat or the non-Wildkat, which was based on my weekend activities?
All right. Repeat that.
Okay. I've got a story that's tangentially related to Wildkat Sports. And I got another story about something that would happen to me when I went to see wrestling this past Friday.
Oh, ISPW.
Yes. Which one do you want to hear?
Whatever.
First.
You go first.
So I was doing research to try to find out what the card was for X-rated. So I put in, for some odd reason, XXX Wildkat Sports.
Oh, all right.
There is a bodybuilding porn star. Her name is Wildkat, and that's all I'm going to say about that. The other story was I went to ISPW this past weekend. Buddy of the show, Randy Pella. You may know him from Pellavision. We played some of his Christmas carols over the years. His wife actually brought in Tommy Fierro's ISPW for a charity show to raise money for her son's Cub Scouts troop.
And I will say that, I'm sorry to cut you off. I will say this about Tommy and ISPW. They run like every week.
Oh, yeah. Good dude. Good dude.
Yeah.
I ran into Dave LaGreca, who was awesome. And I jaw-jacked with him when he came out for the main event. And my kid was laughing his balls off.
Wait.
Dave LaGreca came out with Rick Recon. And Rick Recon
I understand
was
that.
challenging. So when Dave was done talking shit, they were waiting for Danny Morrison to come out. I just happened to yell, "Hey, Dave, you suck." And he turned around and yelled, "No, you suck." So we went back and forth for a good 30 seconds. And I told him I was going to keep my eyes on him because he was no good. And he told me to shut my mouth. It was fantastic.
What? So that was fun for you.
Yeah, but that wasn't the story. So here's my catching my feet on the middle rope story. So I see Sean Donovan in the gorilla position. So I go over, I say hi to him.
What are you doing in gorilla?
No, I saw him. I was in the crowd and I saw him standing there. So I was like, I'll go over and say hi.
There.
So I went over to say hi. And Sean Donovan, like, nice guy, but he's always got that look like he doesn't trust you. And I go, "You know it's me, Tony, right?" He goes, "Yeah, of course I know it's you." And I was like,
that's a Sean Donovan answer.
And I was like, I felt a little like,
of course I know it's you.
Of course.
Listen, I love Dipsy. Dipsy is
no, he was awesome, but I felt kind of like a dick, like because he looked at me like he didn't know who I was. So I'm like, it's me, right? And he's like, "Yeah, I know it's you." I'm like,
when was the last time you saw him?
Well,
other than doing were you on the show?
I was on the show for that. Yes, Kevin.
Listen, I don't know. You hate guests. Matt hates guests. Who knows?
You know what? That's right. Matt missed out on 2 guests, so maybe it's Matt hates guests. I wish I had a fucking banner to put up. Oh, Kevin's doing it.
I thought about it.
Nah, you know what? Thought about it. Fuck it. Whatever. Do you need a pee break? I feel like we should run a commercial, but I really don't want to run a commercial.
Dehydrated, so no, but I can.
But you need a beverage break. You know what? I'll run the commercials. We haven't run the commercials in a long time. Kev, what do we always say when it's time to run commercials?
Matt hates guests. Oh, wait, no. Oh.
We know you love shopping at Amazon, and we also know you love listening to the Shining Wizards. That's why you're hearing this commercial right now. But were you aware that you could combine the two, do all your shopping, and support the show at the same time? Well, of course you can. Instead of going to Amazon.com, go to Amazon.shiningwizards.com and make your purchases the way you normally would. You're going to get the same great low prices, and a portion of whatever you purchase is going to go to support the Shining Wizards. How great is that? You, by purchasing anything that you normally would anyway, is going to support us. That's a win-win in my book. So from now on, when you shop at Amazon, go to Amazon.shiningwizards.com or click the banner on our website and do all of your shopping with the Shining Wizards.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments.
Horns up, everyone. One on the Shining Wizards Network. Be sure every Friday to check out Radioactive Metal. Radioactive Metal is one of the longest running podcasts on the interweb. And every week we bring you a fistful of metal, including interviews with all your favorite artists, discuss all the metal news, and feature the best tunes on the air today. So grab a Lemmy, join your cool Uncle Snowy, and co-host Aaron in the pit.
Your recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainment broadcasting from the current to the way back. Join the impact player Phil Brea and the Portuguese Man of War Choppy for the Turnbuckle Throwbacks Wrestling Podcast. Live every week on rantemradio.com. Get all our episodes over at iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Audio Boom, Google Play, ShiningWizardsNetwork.com, and TurnbuckleThrowbacks.com.
Are you tired of being told what to think and believe by Hollywood elites and politicians who just don't care about you?
Tired of not getting the truth when you watch the news?
Tired of trying to figure out what pronoun to use?
Tired of mob mentality when all you want to do is think for yourself and make up your own mind?
That's where we come in. This is Justin.
And Vince.
Your hosts of Inconclusive Breakdown.
We are a weekly anti-PC podcast bringing you entertainment and current event news without any spin.
If you want to truly stay informed on what's going on in the world, then give us a listen every Sunday anywhere you get podcasts, at least till Zuckerberg and Twitter Jack deplatform us.
And as always, we're proud members of the Shining Wizards Network.
Tired of the PC police telling you what you can and cannot say? Want a show that travels back to the 80s and 90s where the badass hosts have beaten down cancel culture on 3 separate occasions and carried on to gloat about it? Since 2013, The Midnight Jury is that show. Travel back to the malls and arcades, pop in your VHS, and join us where the 80s and 90s return from the dead. Conan, tell them where to find us.
WLWstudios.com, home of the Midnight Jury podcast hosted by Midnight Mike and Calvin Brody.
Also available on all major podcast platforms via the Shining Wizards Network, and join in the conversation on Twitter at Midnight Jury.
What's up, wrestling fans? You want something awesome? Check out Wrestling Night in Canada here on the Shining Wizards Network. We're 3 Canadian metalheads uniting for the love of pro wrestling. Every episode, we go over all the latest news and special events with the odd unique interview as well. So grab a cold one and check out Wrestling Night in Canada, eh?
Are you tired of being uninformed? Together, we can change all of that. Experience a podcast like you've never heard before. You'll gain knowledge, have some laughs, because we believe this is the last AEW podcast you'll ever need. Join us every Wednesday night at 10:15 p.m. on rantemradio.com and Facebook Live. We can also be found on all major podcast forums as part of the Shining Wizards Network. So stop listening to inferior AEW podcasts and bring a new podcast into your life by joining us.
Join the Mark Order Podcast.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at MarkOrderPod and on Facebook.com/MarkOrderPod. Don't forget to tag us on social media and use hashtag JoinTheMarkOrder, because if you don't find us,
we will find you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. My name is Thomas, and what's your name?
I'm Alan.
Alan.
Yeah. We're brothers.
That's right.
Yeah. Same mother and father.
Your room was...
We shared the room.
Shared a room.
We shared the room.
Thought I knew your face.
Yeah, we go way back, mate. Yeah.
We should do a podcast then.
We have.
We do a podcast.
We do a podcast.
What's it called?
The Broadcast. Yeah, that was planned.
Yeah.
What do we do?
Well, we cover all different things in the world of pop culture. We're talking about comic books, we're talking about professional wrestling, and we're talking about movies. Go back and watch classic retro wrestling events, the likes of WWE, WCW, and if you do like that, you can check us out on Apple iTunes, also on Podbean, Anchor, and on Podknife. Also check us out on Twitter at The Broadcast. That's BROKAS. Nearly stuffed up the ending.
No, it's all right. Good on you.
Yeah. Instagram also at The Broadcast Podcast.
Yeah, but we don't spell it with a C. We spell it with a K.
Sorry, mate.
Take it easy.
And we are back, and it's time to get you folks to join us as Patreon subscribers. What do you get? Dude, for as little as $1, you get mentioned as a Patreon producer each and every week. But
Beautiful.
Than that, $3 a month, you get the entire archive of bonus episodes. We're talking Inside the Ropes crossword puzzles. We're talking watch-alongs. And we are talking all the kinds of extra things. We'll go down the aisle. Kevin and I will just come up with a topic and talk about it for an hour. It's amazing. It's all exclusive.
It's the best. It's what we do best, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Doing the talk about wrestling is in our wheelhouse.
That was the wrong banner.
Which banner? Did you put up a banner?
I was trying to find a Patreon banner. Oh, I got it.
All right. No, if you got it, we're all good. $5 a month, we will plug your stuff. We will be happy to talk about anything you want us to talk about. $10 a month, we are going to start getting our fans involved. We're going to pick at least one lucky fan. We're still working on it. We're still working out the kinks, but we're going to get you involved. You want to talk to Luke Hawx and you get picked for that month? We'll let you talk to Luke Hawx. You want to play Can You Beat That? We'll let you play Can You Beat That. You want to join us for a walk down the aisle? We'll get you walking down the aisle.
Down that aisle, baby.
Dude, join us. $10 a month, you get a chance each and every month to join us in something special. But right now, Kev, we got to keep it moving. This show is fucking flying today, man. We got to get a lot of shit in here. We're gonna thank those who have supported us, continue to support us. We're gonna make sure that they get their props. It's the Patreon producers roll call. We're gonna start Kathy Hummer, the Queen of the Shining Wizards, Manny Crazzo, the King of the Shining Wizards, Danny and Anthony Russinello, the AOP of the SWP, Sean Toe, Sean Kaleo, Kate the Great Hensler at OnDeckIC.com, at Sour Grabs. Well, grab my nuts. Grab everything.
KTG. No one talks about Fight Club.
Of course not. So we're just going to ignore it. Matt Garifo, no relation to the KJG.
Happy Father's Day, Matt.
There you go, brother. Happy Father's Day. Maddie Mellinger, Christine Friesendorf, Mark Parloni. You didn't step in for that?
Happy birthday, Mark.
Thanks, dude. Kenny Horsey, the Scotch Drinks More, the Shining Wizards. Jay Kopp, the Big Cop of Pump. The only thing worth listening to on the Turnbuckle Throwbacks. Thomas Copps, the Mott Spock. Michael Hammond. Matthew Birch. Matthew Birch. Yeah,
he creates instrumental music for.
That's coming. That's coming. Braden Bergen is the LeBron collecting James or some shit. Brendan Haney. Kerry Cowling. Ryan Schlong, the man with the biggest schlong of them all. Asian Joe.
Big
David
schlong.
Henry Bauer III is Pal Antonio Hosserman, makes experimental music. Of course, you know this. Harvestman Records 856.bandcamp.com/music. Mike Peterson, Rob Humphrey, I Dunk Biscuits, The Daily Smart, thedailysmart.com. They help you find the latest wrestling news along with up-to-the-minute daily podcasts. And don't forget, they deliver YouTube videos to keep you in the loop. My man Roll. And last but not least, Mr. William Mercier Jr.
Lives are gonna be in William Mercier's hands. You know what I mean?
Kevin, I do know what you mean, and I know that we've got about 15 minutes until it's time for the Can You Beat That Championship to be defended by our champion, Kevin Rogue.
And we still have so much to talk about.
Well, we might as well get into it.
You have it? Are you going to do it, or you want me to do it?
What are we doing?
What are you doing? What do you want?
Oh, you're talking about this?
Yeah, baby.
It's time for the pay-per-view pick extravaganza thing. Impact Wrestling. Kev, what was the name of the pay-per-view? I forgot the goddamn thing.
It's called Slammiversary.
There we go. Slammiversary, the 20th Slammiversary, was it not?
Yeah. It's only the biggest show that they have. It's all right.
Sorry, dude. I got a lot of more shit on the mind. You got to understand.
A lot of more shit on the mind.
A lot of more shit. I'm Italian. That's how we talk. Kev, my favorite
Greek,
part. Wait. Okay, go ahead. What were you saying?
Aren't you Greek? Are you Italian?
I'm Italian and Polish. Greek. Come on.
I thought you were Greek. All the
Greek.
falafels and the gyros.
Yeah, well, I do like a good gyro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the gyro.
I'm a Slovaki man myself.
It's the Euro Tony.
Oh Jesus. Oh boo.
That's like you have like the Chinese New Year's, or it's like the year of this and the year of that. It's the
Yes.
Euro Tony.
Hey, Fanzanuna.
Fanzanuna.
The only thing I can tell you that I know for sure, and I know you watched the pay-per-view.
I did watch the pay-per-view.
We all kind of just held our ground. I think we all went 4-4.
Well,
Is this
the
accurate?
picture's scrolling.
Tony, 98-47, 4-for-4 for the pay-per-view. Kevin, 96-49, 2 games back, 4-for-4, and Matt, 3 miles back, 4-for-4, 87-58.
All right, so I have all the texts, and I can't hear. I don't know if I can hear you better. Am I coming across good or
You're
no?
coming across fine. Am I quiet? Do I need to boost?
I don't know. Maybe
How's
don't
that? Is
sit in the back of your chair.
Is that good? I mean,
Yeah, we're good.
I'm
We're good.
leaning in.
All right, so I have our picks.
Okay.
Right? So I had Josh Alexander.
Well, don't worry about the picks. What were the matches, and then we'll do it that way.
All right, so let's start. I couldn't figure out how to watch the pre-show.
Well,
because I ordered the pay-per-view. Like I bought it. Like I spent the $40 to watch Impact because I love Impact Wrestling.
Good for you.
And I offered, if you guys want to go watch it, go ahead. And but I couldn't figure out how to watch the pre-show because the pre-show wasn't included in what I bought.
Don't they usually put that on YouTube or some shit?
I couldn't find it. unless I'm
Wow.
an idiot, like unless I'm a true legit moron.
And this sucks because your boy Brian Myers was on the pre-show.
Exactly.
Son of a
So
bitch.
I don't even know who won those matches.
I think Rich Swann won his match, didn't he?
I don't know who won the pre-show matches.
I thought it was just one, wasn't it, Rich? Oh, there was a battle royal too, but we
The
didn't.
reverse
pick it.
battle royal.
We didn't pick it though.
We didn't pick that. So
Shark Boy won the reverse battle royal.
Get out of here!
I swear to God, that's what I read. That's what I read. I'll
Dude.
pull up the results. Give me a second. I
Take
can
your
pull up
time,
the
man.
results real quick.
But so we all went 4-4. I'll go through. Obviously, we had the main event, which was Josh. Dude, I'll tell you right now, this was a great pay-per-view. Like, if you just want to watch some good wrestling and watch some fun stuff, this whole show was incredible.
And I don't know if people realize how good Josh Alexander is, but he's an incredible talent.
And Eric Young too. Let's not.
Oh, for sure. But I mean, but Josh Alexander, like, people knew him as part of the North, you know. And then when
No, I think he shed that.
No, but I'm saying, like, that was his introduction to Impact.
Right, but he's been around for a long.
Oh no, for sure. But it's nice to see that the guy's got the talent for it, and he's given that chance to run with the ball, and he's a successful champion.
And I remember how much we poo-pooed the fact that he won, and then Moose immediately cashed in and beat him, and then we were like, all right, so and then he got hurt, or he had some sort of worked visa issue or something like that, right? Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Or,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
He wasn't allowed to. He was like posting stuff on Instagram where he was like working at like a fish skinning company or something like that in Canada, which was great. But he came back, and he's a talented dude, man. And again, not giving opinions, but just giving like my thoughts as a fan. It was a great show, man. Like, the whole show was good. The Honor No More. All right, so here's what I will say. The Honor No More original stuff got a little nostalgia heavy, which is, I guess, what you wanted to do.
And I mean, dude, big fifth partner for the originals.
Listen, I love Davey Richards. He's in great shape. He looks tremendous. He's been a friend. He's been great. But I was a little underwhelmed when it comes
Really?
Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense for the fact that Eddie Edwards is the captain of that team. So
Yeah, true.
So Davey Richards it makes sense storyline wise, but like, I guess I was just, and it's hard to expect a lot when it comes to Impact because it's not like a WWE surprise where it's going to be like, you know, Stone Cold or like The Rock, or you have to like kind of lower your expectations when it comes to the surprises of what they bring you. And I really thought maybe for a second, because AJ Styles did a cameo.
And Sting did too, right?
And Sting and Kurt Angle, but AJ Styles is the only one that's under contract with WWE.
Yeah, but I think over the years, the relationship with Impact and WWE has been like, yeah, we'll let them do this, you know.
But you didn't really see that with them in Ring of Honor. You didn't see that with them, and you really, other than just letting them use footage, you really never saw something like this before. I think with Impact, other than the Christian Ric Flair flip-flop for letting Ric Flair be in the Hall of Fame and we'll let Christian show up on your show. Other than that, you haven't really seen this type of stuff.
I'm not sure. I'd have to look into it, but I have a feeling they've done this before.
Well,
outside of the Ric
with
Flair.
Christian,
I think it was outside of that, though. I think they did something else. I'd have to look into it, though. It could just be my memory's a little hazy.
I mean, Impact has let WWE use their footage for stuff for, I guess, if it was Samoa Joe or if it was AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Impact has let them use their stuff. And I think maybe WWE vice versa maybe have done the same. But other than that, and other than the Ric Flair Christian swap, I really don't think that we've seen, because do you remember the Ring of Honor show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And AEW let everyone go and send their well wishes.
Well,
to
then
Ring of Honor.
again, we also know what the outcome of everything with Ring of Honor and AEW was.
This was way before that happened.
I thought it was the pay-per-view before that. No, I thought it was the final battle, wasn't it?
If it was, then that's one thing. But the fact that WWE didn't let, I'm sure you don't think Seth Rollins would have loved to have sent his.
For sure.
And I think they said, Kevin Owens, I think, said that
they wouldn't let him. Yeah.
I think, is that what they said?
Right. I think you're right. Yeah.
Kevin Owens said that they wouldn't let them, or he just didn't feel right to ask, one of the two. Again, we're not reporters. I don't know. But the fact that AJ Styles was able to do this was incredible. And the fact that Sting did it was incredible. I wish they let I hope Jeff Jarrett asked to do it.
J-E-F-F.
And if they didn't let him do it.
Kevin, did the microphone the microphone just went, oh no. Well, while Kevin's doing that, let me
some Blue Chew.
That's all right. So we'll go through the matches. So Rich Swann defended and retained against Brian Myers, the Digital Impact Media, whatever. The reverse battle royal was Shark Boy. We got a new X Division champion in Mike Bailey, who won Ultimate X.
Which we all got wrong.
Yeah, we all blew that one. I think we all got the women's tag titles. Rosemary and Taya Valkyrie beat the Influence.
No, I think Matt picked the Influence. Did he not?
Oh, did he? I don't know. I don't have it.
I got it right here.
Monsters Ball, Sami Callihan and Moose. I went with Moose.
He picked Rosemary and Taya.
He did. So we all got that. I picked Moose over Sami Callihan. Of course, Sami Callihan won. If I had a chance, I would have taken that back. But I really thought they would have flipped us there because Moose is a former world champion, but whatever.
But it's Sami Callihan's first match back in like.
Oh, was it his first match?
I'm pretty sure it was his first.
Then I would have went 5-3. I'm an idiot.
Well, no, I would take back the Honor No More one.
Oh, you took Honor No More.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Impact title match. I think we all took the Briscoes. We all ate shit on that one. The Good Brothers won the titles. What else was there? The 10-man tag, like we said, the Impact Originals won. Honor No More. Kevin didn't get that one. What else was there? The Queen of the Mountain match. I think we all lost this one. No.
Yeah, I have my pick. It was Chelsea Green because I thought that they would do some sort of weird stuff. And they, to their credit, they played it really well with Chelsea Green and Deonna Purrazzo being knocked out of the match at the same time. Tony, I don't know if you haven't watched the show. Watch it. There's a ladder spot where they're both on the ladder, and I think it was Tasha Steelz. It may have been Jordan Grace. I forget, but spilled both Chelsea and Deonna Purrazzo while they were on the ladder at the same time outside the ring onto the tables. So they were like, that's such good storytelling to me, because like you would think that like the story would be Chelsea would like sneak under the friendship and try to snake the belt away from Deonna Purrazzo, but the fact that they were both taken out at the same time was really, really cool. It was probably the spot of the night for me.
So I think I took Tasha Steelz. I think you took Chelsea Green.
You had Tasha Steelz.
And Matt took Mia Yim?
No, Matt took Tasha Steelz.
Okay, so nobody won that one. Jordan Grace is your new Knockouts champion. Let me see. Oh yeah, and then Josh Alexander versus Eric Young.
Tony, I'll run down every single one of our picks. All right, so mine were Josh Alexander.
We all took Josh.
Chelsea Green lost. Briscoes lost. Ace Austin lost. Taya and Rosemary.
We all took Josh Alexander. We all took the Briscoes.
Yeah, Rich Swann.
We all took Rich Swann, right?
Callahan.
You took Myers. Yeah.
Honor No More loss.
Yeah. So we all went 4-4. We're all exactly the same. You're 2 back.
That's nuts. And the fact that we all like kind of didn't have all the same picks.
Exactly.
Is nuts that we all went 4-4.
Exactly. Speaking of nuts, let me just bring in our challenger for the evening. Christian Rocco's been sitting in queue for a few minutes as we desperately try to add to this overpacked show as it is. Christian, how are you, brother? Good seeing you.
I'm doing great, man. I'm living the time of my life right now. If you don't know, coming up, I'll be wrestling at the 2300, which has been like a goal of mine since I was in middle school. So this is nuts.
Getting right in there. And that's pretty good for Monster Factory too, right?
Yeah, no, this is crazy. So much big stuff's happening for us. I can't talk about all of it, but like it's really nuts. It's crazy to me. I have to pinch myself sometimes thinking about it.
I have to we have to pinch ourselves knowing how long we've known you and like what this is, and the fact that you're still ready, willing, and able to come on and do goofy stuff like this is
Hey, this is not goofy.
but you know what I mean, Tony. The guy's
Kevin.
the guy's got the world on his shoulders.
Look.
I mean, the world ahead of him is what I
Listen,
meant to say.
let me tell you something. I've had enough problems with the committee with bullshit going on as it is. I don't need more headaches now that Kevin's going like psycho against the aura of what is can you beat that?
You're totally missing the point of what I meant.
No, listen, it's not me, it's the committee, bro. I have to deal with them.
The committee already chimed in.
Ugh.
You idiot.
What do you mean?
This kid's got the brightest future. He was a wrestling fan his entire life, and now he's working the 2300 arena. Like, that's big time stuff right there. I can't accommodate him for that.
The coup de grace would be if he walks out to the ring wearing the Shining Wizards championship. That would be
Well then show us something, Christian.
Oh, I really gotta do that.
And I'm gonna tell you, listen,
Wear a shirt. Wear
Now
a
I
shirt.
really got the pressure of the world on my shoulders.
At least wear the shirt.
Oh, for sure. I got the shirt at my apartment right now.
Our champion Kevin Rogue. Oh, look at this. Look at this. He arrives. And Champ,
Tony,
how
I'll
are
let
we
you take it from
tonight?
here.
Hey, good evening, guys. How are you?
I was just telling your worthy opponent tonight, Mr. Christian Rocco, that Kevin seems to think we are crowning a new champion tonight. I want to get both of your thoughts on that.
Well, all right. First of all, Kevin, I got a little bit of a bone to prick with you.
Oh shit, here we
When
go.
do you not?
All right, I'm gonna start off with this. I think you're a swell guy. I enjoy your commentary. I enjoy what you do on the show. But paper champion, that's a little out of line.
Nope.
The other thing,
that.
you go back when I beat you, I said outright, my strategy was to let you bone yourself. And then you go ahead and say I had no strategy. You're just playing wrong, Kevin. You're just again, I think you're swell. I think you're a wonderful guy.
Likewise.
But you're wrong there, buddy.
But can you do something with your framing? Because you're really low, like right there. Like you need to do something. There
You don't tell the champ what to do.
Look at that in the back.
There you go.
That's
There
pretty
you go.
impressive.
Yeah. Come on, act like a professional. Act like you've done this before, Kevin. All right.
Remember, you're talking to the champ, Kevin.
That's true. That's a very good point.
Tony, always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure to have you back, Champ. Champ, your opponent, Christian, the one and only Kevin Rogue. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Christian.
Pleasure to meet you too, man.
Tony, take it away, buddy.
I love it. I love it. I'm just getting things in order right here. Just give me 1 second.
So Kevin,
go ahead.
Yeah.
You are clear. Listen, I will cut my losses. I will call a spade a spade. You are a very handsome man.
Thank you very much.
So you are the better looking Kevin.
That's what they tell me. That's what they tell me.
And Christian's a very handsome man himself.
Oh, thank you.
Wouldn't take that away from him.
And Tony is almost a handsome man.
Well, I take what I can get at this age.
So I might listen. I'm very tired. So like I might be the fourth best looking guy in this screen right now. I think Tony actually beat me.
Oh boy,
with the shiny head.
All right, never mind the shiny heads. Are you guys ready to have some fun? I think I'm ready.
Always.
Should I get a pen just in case?
A pen for all right. So you're gonna play long, Kev? Kev, don't
why
shut him
not?
out though. I mean, you know how it goes.
I'm not gonna interfere, but I will play long.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the championship edition of everyone's favorite wrestling game show. Can you beat that? Ladies and gentlemen, tonight your reigning and defending champion, Mr. JJ Kevin Rogue, will be defending said crown against stalwart, great friend of the show, and challenging for the first time, Mr. Christian Rocco. We're going to start with you, champ. How are you this evening?
Couldn't be better. Happy to be here.
That's good to hear. Good to hear. And Christian, you've got a big opportunity here on the plate. Challenge.
I think I can be better. That's the thing. So if I walk away with this championship, I'm going into the 2300 winning.
Oh, kid's got some balls, Kev.
Yeah,
dude, he knows what he's doing.
Now, let me explain this to you, Christian. I've been champion 56 days. Still, no title belt has arrived at my home. So don't get your hopes up, pal.
Oh, trust me, I know about all this stuff. Look, I was a tag team champion at the Monster Factory. Cage Match still doesn't recognize us as that. It's still racking up those days for Golden Era that we beat them.
Yeah, and we'd hope to hold the Wizards to a higher standard, but unfortunately, still no belt.
Now we're
You guys have a historian? You got somebody at the archives, like at the headquarters?
I don't know. Do you got time for that shit, Christian? Come on.
All right, I know.
Ray on it. Somebody, come on.
We've been playing.
We've been paying these guys for.
We've been playing Christian social media on the bottom, so I figured let's get some JJ Rogue up there as we go over the rules of the contest. Of course, this is a back and forth contest that we run. For each question, there are a certain number of answers. The challenger will control the board, and the challenger will have the opportunity to pick one of two categories, and then the question will be revealed. And then it's up to the challenger to let us know how many correct answers he can give us. And then it flips over to the champion, and he will let us know if he can beat that or if he's going to let the challenger play the board. Whoever gets to play the board must answer each and every question correctly for as many answers as they said they would provide. If they miss just one, they will lose the point, and first person to two wins. And if we got a 1-1 tie after two questions, batten down the motherfucking hatches. The third question sucks.
They all suck.
They only suck when you lose, Kev.
That's right.
Christian, since you are the challenger, I will give you the two categories and the possible number of correct answers, and you will get to choose, and then I'll give you the question.
All right, sweet.
First topic is called Pretty Good Summer. That has 14 possible answers. The other topic, Double Divas, 10 possible answers.
You know, I'm going to go Double Divas. I'm going to challenge myself here.
Wow. Double Divas. Mr. Christian Rocco, the challenger, your question. Since the Elimination Chamber in 2019 to the present day, the WWE has crowned 10 tag teams as the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. We need both members of each team for a correct answer to count. And there are 10 of them. How many can you name? Take your time.
Altogether?
There are 10 altogether. You can ask questions for clarification before you give us a number. Same goes for Kevin.
What are you thinking, Kevin? Let's hear what you have to say.
Can't do that. You gotta play the game.
I'll say 5 for now.
Wow. Challenger jumping right in, says he can name 5 of the 10. And Kevin's microphone breaks again. 5 of the 10 tag teams that have won the WWE Women's Championship. Now, this is the current iteration. This is not from the 80s with the Jumping Bomb Angels. There's no Lilani Kai on the screen, so this is the current iteration.
The Jumping Bomb Angels weren't around in 2019.
I'm just clarifying, trying to help his brother out.
I just want to say he's back there busting my fucking nuts about being a professional. Listen to his microphone.
Dude, it was held up by duct tape. You don't even know what happened before the show started.
Professional.
You were talking about mine. I was going to say.
No, you got a Yeti, bro. You're good. You're good. You sound clear.
McCarthy's Law. Everything that went wrong, went wrong.
Oh, this is more recent. I don't do so hot at. You said 5?
He said 5. Remember, there's 10 possible answers.
10.
Yeah. This is interesting. Christian came out of the gate hot with this one. He's pretty confident.
Well, that's good. I only know what I know, man, and that's been my strategy the entire time.
Listen, it's worked well for you. 56 days is nothing to sneeze at.
Absolutely.
Nothing to sneeze at all.
So right now, I know I have 4.
Okay.
And that's not going to get it done. So I'll let you go.
All right, Christian, before you start answering, Double Divas, since the Elimination Chamber 2019, there have been 10 tag teams that have won the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. I will need both members of each team for the point to count.
Gotcha.
Remember, you need to answer all 5 to get the point. You miss one, point goes to the champ.
All right.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. I think I've been there for some of these, so I'm going to try and remember some of them.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. So it's Sasha and Bailey, right?
Sasha and Bailey is 1.
All right. Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss.
That's 2.
Nikki Cross and Rhea Ripley.
That is 3.
The Iconics.
The Iconics makes 4. One more and you earn the point.
Trying to think. I know Natalia won it at some point. Natalia and Tamina.
Natalia and Tamina makes 5. Christian Rocco gets the point.
Yes.
Now, Champ, I'm curious. Who did you have written down?
So, as soon as he started, I added Nikki and Alexa.
Okay.
Shayna and Nia.
Shayna and Nia is also a team, yes.
Good
I
one.
had Sasha and Bailey. I had the Iconics, but I couldn't think of both their names.
That's okay. The Iconics is covered. That's fine.
Okay. Dana and Mandy?
No.
No, Dana. I think you're maybe think of like Dana and Liv Morgan, but I don't think they ever held him either.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, newer stuff, man. Yeah, I'm not like for whatever reason I see Dana with the belt, but I don't.
Well,
24/7 belt maybe.
Oh yeah, not that. Yeah, not that one.
So Shiny Wizards, Kevin. What about you? Did you have any of the other teams?
I had all the 5 that Christian named. Literally all the 5.
Well, Bukkake on all 3 of you because Sasha Banks and Naomi, who have been in the news lately,
just about to say that too. I was
were
like,
also on the list.
What about the Bellas? Were the Bellas
Carmella
there?
and Queen Zelina. No, the Bellas are not there. The Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, and Asuka and Charlotte were also former tag team champions. So
how
those
about
are your 10.
Vince and John Laurinaitis?
Well, I heard it's vacant right now.
Yeah, that TBD.
Christian Rocco coming out hot. He's got the first point. But
Oh, baby.
Oh.
Champ, this one might be a little more in your wheelhouse. This one's called Pretty Good Summer. Champ, 14
It's that
men.
SummerSlam question written all over it.
14 men have won the Intercontinental Championship at the pay-per-view event affectionately known as SummerSlam. 14 men have won the Intercontinental title at SummerSlam. How many can you name? And take your time, work it out. Let me know when you're ready to give us a number.
Tony, can I chime in?
Oh, no. What are you going to chime in with?
No, never mind. You're right.
I don't need you swaying the contestants here.
We're not talking about. You know what? Never mind.
No, we're not talking first-time winners. And
we're not talking about how many times they won. It's
no.
one
If they
person.
won the title at SummerSlam,
Gotcha.
then they're an answer to the question.
Copy.
It's like the last list. So just as an example, Sasha Banks and Bailey were 2-time champions. They count as 1. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, 2-time champions. Count as 1. That's the way the game works. Will you, Alexa, shut up. Jesus. Why is she getting involved in my shit? Oh, boy.
Bitches be crazy.
I don't understand. Like, the stupid thing doesn't work half the time, and the next thing you know, she's like...
It works when you have no interest in having it working.
It's ridiculous. I even forget the thing is down here half the time. It just sits there doing
why do you
nothing.
have Alexa in your basement?
Because I bought my wife the Echo with the screen, and that we keep in the living room. So I disconnected this one. I said, why not? I just put it down here. You know.
I miss the studio.
Yeah, I kind of do too.
Well, you're there.
Yeah, but it's me. It's like my basement. It's not the studio.
Oh, it's the studio. How are the 8x10s looking? Still got them?
No, I took a lot of them off the wall.
Tony, you know what I'm going to do?
What are you going to do, Kevin?
While these guys think about the answers to their questions, I am going to be in Baltimore this weekend.
Uh-oh.
For a major event.
Oh, does this mean like the Major Brothers?
Yeah, but you know who's going to be there? Johnny Gargano. And I'm going to get him to sign a photo of the picture of him wearing the shirt.
Oh, that's awesome.
It can't be an 8x10. It has to be a 5x7.
Why?
Because I guess it's unless you can do something better, it wouldn't be pixelated. It would be too blurry.
Ah,
because it's an old photo. This is the blue and white shirt, so we're going like
that's
10 years
pretty
back.
old. Yeah, that's
So-
a long time ago.
So it's gonna be a 5x7. I'm gonna get him to sign it.
All right,
I think it'd be a cool, nice little nugget for us.
Champ, how we making out? We doing okay over there?
I got 6 so far.
Okay. Are you gonna go with 6, or do you need another minute?
No, I'm not going to hold anyone up.
Oh, look at you.
I'll say 6.
Look at the nice guy.
Christian, Kevin says he can name 6 of the 14. Question to you, sir. Can you beat that?
Let's give it a try. I'll go 7.
Christian Rocco coming back with 7.
Let's see.
Well, no, you don't start yet. Now, Kevin's
He has a chance. Does he have a chance to say more than
I'll let
7
him
or
go.
no?
Yeah, of course. Kev, first day
Are
playing.
we allowed to give the same ones?
What do you mean? No. Whoever gets control of the board is the one that
Gotcha.
answers it.
All right.
That's it. Champ, I'm a little nervous. Christian doesn't know the rules, and he's already up 1-0.
Tony, like Christian would come to our tables and answer every single trivia question that we ever had.
Always.
And he would answer them correctly. So
Seven's a big number for this one.
You know, and
off the top of my head, I can only think of 3.
That's and I don't want to let all my fans down. I did get some emails and some messages today saying, "Don't let this kid take the belt."
Oh, he's taking it.
Well, that'd be difficult to do considering Matt never sent you the belt to begin with.
That's a really good fucking point, isn't it?
You know, it's disappointing because Kevin never got the belt. Now you never got the belt.
I got my own belt. I don't need that Fugazi belt.
Your belt is a good belt, by the way.
Yeah, it's in the laundry basket.
Right where it belongs.
Yeah, it's over there.
In with all the shit.
Yep.
Yeah. The strategy has never failed me to this point.
Ooh. So are you telling?
Whoa, Kevin, with your smug smirk over there.
It's not a strategy.
Let me remind you that
it's not a strategy. Stop calling it a strategy. It's not
what it
a
is.
strategy.
It's what it is.
It's just an option.
Again, I only know what I know, and I don't have to prove to anybody how big my dick is.
It's the only option, though.
I will, Christian. I will let you run with 7.
He's
Christian,
gonna get it.
all
He's
right.
gonna get it.
Christian, for match point here,
Oh,
get
fuck.
this. Uh-oh.
No, no, go ahead.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh,
no. The stress of can you beat that takes another one.
And I'm a little thrown off here with Double T gone. He's usually here to really pump me up, right?
Yeah, he needed a night off. He didn't want to be here for this. He's like, I can't deal with the pressure.
He didn't want to be a part of the best show ever.
Yeah, of course. I don't know if you guys were listening earlier, but
Oh yeah,
amazing guests, amazing.
Yeah. It's been a wonderful show.
All right, but back to brass tacks. Christian, the topic was pretty good summer. 14 men have won the IC. Actually, 14 competitors. Yeah, 14 people have won the IC title at SummerSlam. You said you can name 7.
I can name 7. I think I can name 7.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon is 1.
British Bulldog at 92.
British Bulldog is 2.
All right. Brett.
Brett makes 3.
Oh, my favorite, of course, Edge.
Edge is 4.
That's 4. All right.
Which SummerSlam did he win at?
2001.
I think 2001, right?
Yeah, nice.
Wow, holy shit.
Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior, 1988 and 1989.
Totally forgot about that.
That's
We're up
5.
to 5, right?
Yep.
2 more.
This is nut crunching time.
This is Austin.
Austin is 6.
Yes. That's when he broke his neck.
I was at that one and I totally forgot about it.
I was there too.
So did I.
I forgot as well.
I was literally there with this Canadian flag behind me.
Oh, fuck off with your flag.
I was there.
And you were almost on a movie. Who gives a shit?
I was almost on a movie, you jerk.
You ain't no Luke Hawx, sir.
I am no Luke Hawx. That is true.
Oh, shit. Christian, you've got 6, brother. You need one more.
One more.
Come on, man.
I'm trying to think of like SummerSlams I've been at because I know the titles changed.
Fucking humble brag over here.
I know, right?
No, it's not a humble brag. It's just
it is. That was fucking Shining Wizards Kevin Eskin.
No, it's not a brag. If he's
I've been to a few of the SummerSlams.
What do fans do? They
Anyone
go to shows. All right, you idiot.
I've been to a couple SummerSlams, brother.
yeah. How is that a brag? I've been to a million hockey games and basketball games. It's what you do.
Oh wait, what am I thinking of? Didn't Triple H win it at SummerSlam too?
Is that your answer?
I know for a fact Rollins won it at SummerSlam. I'm gonna go with that.
Seth Rollins.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2-0.
Oh, shit.
Holy shit!
You were right on both.
Yeah.
counts,
I could have sworn it was the ladder match, right?
Yeah, it was a ladder match with The Rock.
Yes.
God diggity damn, dude! I gotta know, Kevin. What made you panic after you gave the play to Christian? What went through your head?
Just remembering Bulldog. As soon as I said I'm going to pay, I went
the first one I thought
Bulldog.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. China.
Yes, China is number 2000.
China,
yes.
I knew that immediately when Tony kind of tipped his hand and said competitors.
Kinda.
She was on my list prior to.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Texas Tornado.
Kerry Von Erich, 1990.
Oh, that was in Philly too, wasn't it?
I'm sure.
I'll take your word for
it. Were you there, Kevin?
Were you there?
I was there, and I brought this Canadian flag that I got in 1997. I brought to the 1990.
Is that the one that Shawn Michaels fucking wiped his undercarriage with?
Dude, after 98 and 99, it just I have no recollection of other pay-per-views that aren't Royal Rumble.
I'm not far off from that. Once you get like up into 2000, like post Attitude Era, my mind just goes to complete shit.
It all blends together.
Yep, absolutely.
Because there are so many more.
That's what I grew up on.
What's that, Chris?
That's what I grew up on. So a lot of those I should remember, but I think it's because there's so much wrestling compared to then.
Yeah.
You got 3-hour Raws that come like a decade later too, and they're like I can't remember what happened last week.
And at that time, the Raws were just as valuable as the pay-per-views. The Raws, you could see a title change at a Raw anytime you could see a title change on a pay-per-view. So they were both equally significant in that era. So
wait a second,
that was a good question, T-Donk.
Christian, you grow up on this stuff. You look like you're about 19 years old. I don't know if that can be true.
I'm 22.
Yeah, there you go. Pretty
same difference. Yeah.
No, but I'm trying. Like the first one I thought it was Bulldog. That was the first one that came to me. It's the biggest shit we've ever done.
That's the one that I went, oh shit! And then as soon as I remembered Bulldog, then a couple more came in. But
yeah,
it's 56 days is a great run.
Well, there's 4 more possible answers. Anybody else want to take a?
Let's see.
I'm gonna throw Jericho out there.
Jericho is not on the list. So
what about Benoit?
No Benoit. We have the Warrior, the Texas Tornado, Bret Hart, British Bulldog, Razor Ramon, Austin, Triple H, China, Edge, and Seth Rollins. We're missing 4.
You got a little. We already said Triple H.
Yep.
I'm trying to go through like all of them in my head.
Well, HBK retained.
Yeah.
HBK did not win the title at SummerSlam.
Yeah. Kevin Nash against 94 SummerSlam?
Nope. Razor Ramon won the belt in 94.
So did we say Razor Ramon?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did Jared?
Jeff
Jarrett,
Jarrett, 1999.
I was gonna say, yeah.
And did he lose to China in 2000? Was that when he had his swan
before he
song?
left, right?
Yeah.
The housekeeping match or whatever the hell the gimmick was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 more.
Who did Jeff Jarrett beat in 1999? Was it Mark Henry or like D'Lo Brown or something?
Probably. I think that was
or X-Pac.
Right.
Who was it?
Maybe it was X-Pac. I don't know.
The Rock. Is The Rock one of them?
The Rock is not one of them. So, and sorry for my burps. I had double garlic tonight for
You
dinner.
are Tony. You burp every week. It's okay.
It's all right.
Kind of accustomed to it at this point, man.
Yeah. So how many were we missing now, T-Don?
No, didn't Jared? Wait.
3.
Jared became the Inter Euro champion there.
I thought didn't he had and then he gave one to like Mark Henry. At the
Jeff
end.
Jarrett beat D'Lo Brown for both belts, and
Yes,
they handed
that's
off the
exactly
European
what it
title
was,
to
yeah.
Mark Henry. Yep. You guys give up, or you thirsty?
No.
for more?
I'm thirsty for more.
really can't think
What?
of
Give
Thinking
me
about-
an era though. Are we talking
thinking about-
attitude and beyond?
Yeah.
It has to be more recent ones then. Those
Yeah,
are the
then
only
I have
ones
no-
that-
Well, if you think about it, we had title changes in 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 94,
All right.
97, 98, 99, 2000, and 2001. So the last 3 are past that.
So let's think about when they made the Intercontinental champ. The Miz,
Nope.
Miz was going to be my guess too.
What about
Wade Barrett.
Nope.
like a Santino Marella?
Santino Marella, 2008.
That's a good one. I wouldn't have even thought of that.
Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler, 2014.
You just got to name the people that have won it a
But
million
that's what
times.
I'm talking about. Up to 2002, if
I
you were the
would've thought
IC
Jericho.
champ at SummerSlam, you were fucked.
Yeah.
I was
Cody
going to say
Rhodes.
Jericho.
Cody
but you
Rhodes,
said
no.
R-Truth.
No. As a matter of fact, this person is like the last in that streak from 1988 to 2002.
Shelton Benjamin.
Nope.
Did Drew McIntyre?
Nope.
I'm thinking.
Did I?
of-
Not at SummerSlam.
Sheamus.
Nope.
Oh, Rob Van Dam?
Rob Van Dam. That was
Nicely
2002.
done.
I'm
Nicely
kind of
done,
kicking
Tony.
myself in the pants because I think if I would have taken more time, I might have done much
Well,
better.
here's what Tony does. He puts a lot of pressure on thinking that there's a lot of time, and it's, with these kind of games, there
No,
should be no
listen.
time.
No, he offered me more time. I said I don't
did.
want to hold up the show.
I said, do you need time? And he was like,
Yeah.
nope, let's move on. So
Yeah.
But like 3 minutes for 50 years is tough.
Nah, it's a hey man. I was champ for 56 days. It's time to let some young kid come in, right? Let me pass the torch a little bit here.
He's
I'm
the best.
tired. I'm tired.
Dude,
Well,
Kevin, when I
my
tell
whole
you
life.
when we would do our vending events and we would go to these shows,
Yeah.
Christian, tremendous wrestler, would be the kid that would answer all of our trivia questions, 100, and would nail them every single time.
So I do want to read one thing that I was sent from a fan that said kick ass tonight and fuck this young gun ringer they're bringing in.
Jesus.
He is a ringer. I will say that. That's a great
Yeah.
point.
I'll take
Look,
it.
look, I don't think he was a ringer. It's just that the champ tried his strategy tonight, and it didn't pay off. It is
Dude,
what
the
it is.
questions he knew when he was like 12, we didn't know the answers to.
Well, yeah, well, but he was 12 in 2015, so
It's
I you know what? It's a shame we're not getting there because I am curious to see how the tiebreaker question would have played out. But that's a question that will be submitted for
Yeah, you gotta
future
save that,
consideration.
Tony.
Okay.
I have to bank tiebreakers because tiebreakers are just fucking nut crunchers.
Yeah.
We used to have fun with them, but I'm like, no, I gotta keep something in the bank.
No,
Besides,
it's hard to come up with these kind of questions. Anyway.
and you know what? The committee already approved that question, so that's one less thing I have to send to them for the next time we play.
smart. Stay out of it, man.
And listen, Kevin, you are a formidable champion. Your
Yeah,
name
thank you
will
very
always
much.
be in consideration to return to the show.
Hey,
The
thank you.
challenge.
Hey,
He's
I
not getting his
appreciate
rematch
Got a
for Ryan.
rematch clause, right?
and I no rematch clause. The committee's already laid down the groundwork as far as that goes. The
But-
rules
but-
have been made.
But Christian, that doesn't mean that you will never see Kevin Rogue playing Can You Beat That Again
I'm sure I'll
as
see
part
him
of this
again.
platform.
Yeah, Christian, you're a hell of a knowledgeable young man.
Thank you.
Just wait until you get older, because
that's funny.
the shit's gonna turn to mush, man.
Trust me, I just got a concussion. I thought it would turn to mush.
Oh,
No, like,
jeez.
it's so funny too. At the Monster Factory where I trained, it became a big thing. My nickname there became Encyclopedia Brown because they could come to me with any like trivia or like, oh, what was the SummerSlam where so and so did what, and they come to me all the time. We actually do like trivia nights sometimes, and I always smoke everyone. There was one I got wrong that I was so pissed about. I couldn't remember the name of the Impact players.
Just Incredible. Lance
I
Storm?
know. I felt so
What?
bad. I was like, oh my god, I was having a brain fart.
So,
Man.
let me ask you this: when they called you Encyclopedia Brown, did you know what Encyclopedia Brown was?
Of course. Come on. My knowledge expands far from just wrestling. I'm a big movie and like music buff too. That's one thing everybody always commends me on too.
Yeah, I used to have that. I used to have the guy. I used to be the same guy. I used to be the guy they ask questions to, man. Enjoy it now. That's what I'll say. Enjoy it now.
Well done, boys. Well
this
done.
is like Bruno passing on the torch to like Bob Backlund, or
It really
or like
is.
Tim Storm passing on to Nick.
Oh my
Aldis.
God! You go to Bruno Sammartino and Bob Backlund to Tim Storm.
Or like Vern Gagne passing on the torch to Otto Vons.
I love Tim Storm, but this is hysterical.
Congratulations to our new champ, Christian Rocco.
Thank you.
Congratulations, and much love
Congratulations.
to our former champion Kevin Rogue. Always a pleasure talking to you,
Thank you very
sir.
much. Yeah, always my pleasure. I appreciate you guys very much.
Christian, thank you again. Don't hold your breath about actually receiving the belt because Matt's an asshole. And I guess good night, boys.
It's sincere. I'm going into the 2300 with it.
If we can, if Matt knows how to go back to the post office, then we can get that done.
They probably wouldn't let me walk out.
At least the shirt.
I planned on defending the title in a match myself, and the belt still never came. So
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
This is
if we can't get it to Kevin, we can't get it to you.
I have to submit a grievance to the commission because this is some bullshit. Commission. I'm tired.
Commissioners?
It's been a long day. I've been talking for 3 hours. I normally don't do that on the show.
You need
3 hours? It's been
where
2
it,
hours.
Leans off a little bit.
All right. We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Kevin,
Really
Christian,
appreciate it.
thank you guys for coming out. This was awesome.
thank you, Tony. Thank you, Kevin. Christian, it was a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure meeting you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, and same to you.
All right, now
Thank
get the fuck out.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Boot him. Get out of here, Christian. You're still here. Oh, okay.
Dude, you know what? Christian swept it, but I think that was a fair contest.
It was a fair contest in terms of your questions, for sure.
I mean, I think so.
But Christian, I knew immediately that Christian
Look,
was.
I mean, Kevin played his strategy. Unfortunately, he came up against somebody who actually knew something about something. And
No, what? So I don't.
well, in fairness, Ric Flair.
Why? That was a error. It was a mental error as opposed to not knowing.
Yeah, but that's the game, man. That's the pressure, you know. Like
Well,
you may have gotten like 6 more right, but just that one. That's all.
I'll tell you what the game is. His thank you.
Sorry.
His thing isn't and with all I say this with all due respect because I love Kevin and he's become a great friend of the show and a great ally and a great talent in his own right. It's not a strategy, it's an option. Like it's sometimes it's not what you plan to do, but it's only what you have to do at that point. You know what I'm saying, Tony?
True.
So like he didn't go into it saying, "Oh, I'm gonna lay out and let him try to get 6. I just can't get 6, so I'll lay out." It's
Yeah.
an option,
And
it works for him. So God bless him.
oh, geez, yeah, God bless him. You know he's pissed off. You're calling him out. You're gonna wait until I'm gone for this, Kevin? Yeah,
I said it to him while he was there.
Yeah, no, you know what, former champ. I gotta agree with Kevin on this one. He is blowing smoke up your ass, but look,
I literally said it to his face on this podcast tonight.
Oh shit! It was a good match. I enjoyed it.
It was very entertaining and it was very good. It was a fight. People they were in the trenches, baby.
And you know what I like? They came out. They respected each other. You know, after all was said and done, Kevin was gracious. So was Christian.
Dude.
Although he was starting a little bit with the bragging at the end, you know.
Who was?
Christian. But
What
that's
did he say?
Well, he was like, trivia night. I answered this and I answered this.
Oh no, I don't think he meant anything by that.
I'm sure he did.
Well, no, but Tony, we've known him since he was a kid, so that doesn't like to me like that doesn't affect me in the way of like another like braggadocious person. Like
No,
to
no,
me, like
Kev,
that.
Kev, we're just having fun. Come on.
Oh, I know, but you know, I was also trying to have fun, and you just killed it. So
Well, you
thanks.
killed my fun, so fuck you.
What?
you
Wait,
fun
what's
killer.
your fun, Tony? What's your fun? Have
My
fun.
fun was trying to make Christian out to be a heel.
But he's not a heel. He's a good guy.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Is he a heel in wrestling?
Listen, I have to point out these inconsistencies to make people go, yeah, fuck that kid.
No, I will
Yeah.
not let you do that to him. Kevin, you can do that to.
Now, Kevin,
Because
wouldn't do
Kevin, despite how much I like him, is very hateable.
Wow. You're going to
That's
say
right.
that after he's gone, dude?
Yeah,
We
I'll
might have
say
to
it.
have him come back next week for
I'll
whatever.
say it.
just to-
Let him be let him fill in for Matt next week.
Oh, does Matt need another week off?
Matt.
We should text Matt tomorrow. Tell him to take another week off.
All right, Tony,
boy.
what do you want? I'm having so much fun, so I don't even know what you want to do right now. If you want to roll, I'll roll. But if
you
you
know
want
what?
to hang, I'll hang.
I don't honestly, Kev, Vince McMahon, I don't really give a shit.
Yeah,
Like, I
I'm
really
with you.
don't care. Who cares? The
Yep.
only thing is, look, if it turns out that he invested company money, like if he used company money to pay this woman off, then he's in trouble. And if he didn't, he didn't. Who gives a
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah,
He's Vince McMahon. We all know how scummy he can be. So there's no fucking point in arguing.
All right, so I think the argument would only be that he's not a good guy, right?
No,
Like,
I think genuinely he's a good guy in certain
all right, yeah, all right.
circumstances.
So that was definitely unfair for me to say.
No, it's fair based on what we've heard and what we know. I think that's fair. I mean, look, we had all the shit with Jimmy Snuka, all the shit with all the ring boys and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The shit with the fucking ring announcer. What the hell was his name? Mel something or other. You know
I
what I'm
don't
talking
remember.
about. The guy that they can't even show on TV anymore. They had to fucking edit him out of everything. What the
Is he a white guy?
Nope, the black dude.
They can't show him on? Oh,
They don't
that
show
guy was
him.
great.
Yeah, but he got in trouble for diddlings and stuff like that. So
Oh, the ring announcer got in trouble for diddling?
Mel Phillips, wasn't it? Yeah, I thought Mel Phillips went down for some shit.
Yeah, then never mind. Then take him off. Then forget about it. I didn't know that.
Here,
It's
Mel. Mel Phillips was involved in that ring boy scandal. That's all you need to know. Not getting into
okay.
it.
I thought that all right. So when you said that, I thought maybe he was like a victim of it, but I didn't realize he was the older person doing it.
No, but there's always been stories like there was the first woman referee in the WWF, Rita Marie or whatever the hell her name was back in the 80s. She even claimed that they did shit to her.
Yeah,
Like,
you know what? You know what makes me sick is that every week we have to actually
yeah,
think that we have to talk about stuff,
which
like
is
this.
kind of why
Yeah,
whatever.
we don't have to talk about it.
I mean, all you need to know is that Vince McMahon's being investigated. Stephanie McMahon is now the interim CEO of WWE. Nick Khan probably still has his position, whatever he does, and we have to wait for this investigation to finish. Now, because it's all
and
because
here's
it's
the thing, though. It's not like a criminal It's they're investigating their own boss.
but I mean, it could be criminal.
It could be 100%.
If they find out that he did,
then they
use
will turn
company
what
money,
they find over to
yeah,
the
and if
authorities,
something
and that's
doesn't
what'll be-
smell right and the authorities want to question it, then they can. But this is all for the board to because dude, fiduciary duty to the shareholders. That's what it is. They have to make sure everything's on the up and up. That's what it is. Because dude, you plunk your money down and you buy just one share of WWE. They owe you a duty to make sure that they're trying to do the best for you to make money on your return. Now, business decisions, if things go bad on a business decision, well, it's a business decision.
Yeah.
But if your boss is fucking taking money out of the kitty to pay off some woman that he was schlepping with,
don't.
you know what I'm saying? You
Don't.
can't do
It's
that.
not demean the woman like that. She's probably a very
No,
nice.
it's not demeaning the woman, but he paid her off. And the whole question is, did he use company funds?
Right. So that's basically where we come from right now. Everyone, a lot of people cheat, right? Like people cheat on their wives.
Yeah. And it's not a good thing.
And a lot of famous people pay them to not mention it.
And it's not a good thing. It is not. Dude, don't cheat on your wife and don't pay people off. Like, don't get into that situation.
Yeah, ideally, but if that's your only choice, if that's your only option to make sure that this doesn't get out, then use your own money. Now, if he used, like you said, if he used WWE money,
yep.
Oh, mama.
The only other thing that people got pissed off about, which fucking cracked me up, is when he came out on SmackDown and said that it's then now forever together, and he walked away and everybody cheered for him. And like, what were people expecting him to do? Come out and say like, yeah, I paid him off and this. No, he's not going to do that.
You know what? That's, in hindsight, that's not a bad thought to have, but I thought he was going to say more than what he did. But it was like the cliche Vince McMahon, like when COVID ended and or not ended, but when they had a full arena for the first time, he was like, where the hell you been? Like, it's cliche Vince McMahon one line like thing to like not say anything but say something at the same time.
Yeah, kind of like we're all in this together or some shit. Now, real quick, I just want to get him on this. Ryan, if he came out tonight on Raw, can you just give us a quick what he said?
What did he say on Raw, Ryan?
Yeah, just let us know. I'm sorry, go back to your point.
But like when I saw a deep cut, which I think was Cage Side Seats, said that he was making a threat to the people accusing him, saying that we're in this together, meaning that if we're together, then you have crosses to bear as well, board of directors.
People really dug deep. Like,
dude, I'm telling you, it was the most astute thing that I saw. And I think that if
I don't think
said that, or I think it was Cage. I don't know the source, so I'm sorry.
I don't know if McMahon's got the balls to do something like that.
I think he challenged. I agree.
So the big announcement, according to Ryan Sullivan, he announced Cena next week.
Which we already knew.
Yeah,
right?
But I guess John Cena's coming back, pal.
Hey, next week, John Cena.
The only creepy thing is about the whole thing, not even so much that he had an affair, whatever. Whatever. They passed him off to fucking John Laurinaitis. Like, was he like,
that's creepy?
Hey, boss, let me get in on this. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, the Bellas, you're not here. All right, I'm gonna have what? Rosa Mendez. You're still here. All right.
Hey, can you show us your hiney?
God, disgrace. I feel
It's fucking
I would
terrible.
hope that if we had somebody that we could hire to delete some of the stuff we just said, I would love it. But
what, delete what we
they're
said?
creeps.
Yeah, whatever. He's a fucking creepo. But we've known this, dude. Like, we've known this. This is nothing new.
I guess you're right.
I mean, the only thing that they really confirm now is that him and Linda have not really been together for a while.
Right. They haven't been living together for like 10 years.
It is what it is. I mean, whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I mean, I don't
Look.
like.
I'm
This
not
isn't
going
even like a job
man.
of people to talk about. Like,
I mean, people's families. It is what it is. The only thing is Vince McMahon's a public figure and he's a CEO of a company, and there's a question about funds. That's it. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
Until the story changes, that's all there is to it. I agree.
Yeah. Kev, that's all I got to say about that. I don't know if there's anything else you want to talk about, but I'm talked out tonight, brother.
I think we had a fucking great time, brother.
We had an amazing time. And look at this. We had 2 guests. We played a game. We did some other wrestling talks. And it's like under 2.5. Oh, go ahead.
I do want to. I will touch on Rampage and AEW while we have the opportunity, because these are still a couple minutes left. Sting came back. And
was he gone?
Well, he was out for a little bit. He came back and
was he hurt? Did he have surgery? Was there something going on with him?
No, he was just gone for a little bit.
Oh,
but he came back and just made an appearance on Rampage. And Rampage is. I watched SmackDown. I watched all SmackDown. I watched all AEW Dynamite. I watched all Rampage. I watched Slammiversary. I got my wrestling fill in, baby.
Damn.
So, and then I did watch NWA too, which we don't.
I watched a little NWA. I watched a little USA. I didn't get to watch Power from last week, but I'll get
but
there.
what are you gonna do? I mean, it's 2.5 hours.
I had a busy weekend, man.
Yeah.
what it is.
I
what
am
it
blaming
is.
you. We all busy.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother.
Well, I guess we could do what Matt always does, where we
Plug our socials.
Yeah, do you have the banner? Is the banner here somewhere? I don't even know. Let me see.
This
Oh yeah, here we go.
This will make me happy.
We are the Shining Wizards.
Oh,
Follow
that's
us on
right.
Twitter, Instagram, we're on TikTok.
I guess we are.
Please don't go to our TikTok channel, but go everywhere else and search at Wizards Podcast. YouTube.com/The Shining Wizards. ProWrestlingTees.com/Shining Wizards as well.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying so hard to get designers. I can't get anything to work.
For what?
So if you're a designer, because I want to make shirts.
Yeah.
So if you're a designer, and if you're listening to this right now, or if you know a designer, please hit me up and let me know what their commissions are and what they would appreciate getting their name out there on this show.
Yeah. I need a T-Donks Bar and Grill shirt.
I don't understand where that came from. T-Donks. Why just not T-Donk? Why T-Donks Bar and Grill?
I maybe we were talking about like bar shirts or something, and
I just want I just want a T with a donk with your face on the head of the donk.
No, I would love a T-Donks Bar and Grill because I think anybody could wear it. They don't even have to be a wrestling fan.
Okay, fair enough. No one needs your face on their shirt.
Yeah, who wants my face?
Yeah.
I mean, we gotta show him Matt's face, and who fucking wants that? Nobody.
Oh God, the Uncle, that was a great shirt. By
It's
the
a
way.
great shirt, but nobody bought it. Who wants an Uncle Creepy shirt?
No one bought any of our shirts.
No, that's not true. That's not true at all.
Well, no, when we were, you're right. You're right. Follow me at Kevin Garifo on Twitter, at Shining Wizards Kevin on Instagram, at Wizards Podcast on Instagram, at Wizards Podcast on Twitter. Apparently, we're on TikTok. So thank you very much, everyone, for.
Oh, and I think next week we have Bryce Donovan.
We do have Bryce Donovan, the Creative Pro champion. I believe he just won some more gold, so I have to follow up on that. But I believe he wants some new hardware. So Bryce Donovan will be with us next week. I will follow up with him tomorrow. So
what are we doing next week? Is next week a down the aisle? Is next week? You know what? Fuck that. Whatever it is next week, tune in. It'll be good.
It'll be great. Listen, we're always a good time, and we appreciate those that stick around with us. So,
and if we had to pay you off, we would not be using company funds.
No, we don't. Yeah, because we don't.
Because that's what we do. That's all we do.
We don't have company funds.
Well, if we did, we wouldn't use them anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
Whatever.
Cool.
I try.
You did well, Tony. This is a great time.
Dude, two-man army never disappoints. Congratulations once again to Christian Rocco. Thanks for J Spade and Luke Hawx for joining us tonight. Don't forget Wildkat Sports. The X-rated show is Saturday. 50 tickets, walk up, be there in Nolans, wildcatsports.com to get all the information and all that jazz. And I'm done, Kevin.
I'm done. I'm out. Tired.
Whatever. I guess I have to press this button for this, so this way nobody can see our ugly mugs. How do I get that fucking banner to disappear? That's annoying.
I don't know.
Yeah, let me try that.
Do it.
Oh, that worked. Look at that.
Oh, let's do it. Let's end